who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
When you get a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, things get real.
And nobody understands that better than the Parkinson's Foundation. All across the country, we provide resources and support in the fight against Parkinson's, a neurological disease that affects movement.
The Parkinson's Foundation is dedicated to improving care and advancing research towards a cure.
And when you call our helpline, you'll speak to a real person who can help you find the right information. Because while living with Parkinson's can be challenging, there are things you can do to improve your quality of life. So, whether you're newly diagnosed, have been living with Parkinson's for years, or caring for a loved one,
When Parkinson's gets real, find real answers at the Parkinson's Foundation.
go to parkinson.org or call our helpline at 1-800-4PD-INFO, 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
101.7 The Truth. This your girl Jazz Tyler and Digi Meech. We are live in American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. Happy Monday. What's the word,
Happy
Meech?
Monday.
Happy
What's
Monday.
the word?
What you eat today, Meech? You know how we do.
What did I eat? It was light. Manon just gave me that ginger shot.
Man,
Sierra.
it got real
It
real
got
quick.
real right before we get to talking, but I'm woke. Thanks, Manon.
Shout out to Manon. He got us some energy, some ginger shots.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Tap In. Thank you
Tap
everybody
In.
for tapping in with us. Today is Mental Health Mondays. Got some
Oh, yeah,
good
it's gonna get real.
conversations today. Some
Time to
good
think about some stuff.
conversations. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I got to give a shout out to all of my students at Howard Fuller Collegiate Academy High School. The graduation was amazing this weekend. 85 students walked across the stage. Beautiful ceremony. Very proud. A lot of scholarships for HBCUs, Marquette, Alabama A&M. So again, shout out to all of the seniors who graduated, not just at HFCA, but just in the city of Milwaukee overall.
Ooh.
We are excited and we support you all on your journey.
Mm-hmm. It's the first of the month.
It's the first of the month. Meech, what you do this weekend?
What was
Work.
Yeah,
I seen your stories. I was gonna say don't try to act
it'd be
humble,
so much.
Meech.
It'd be so much. It'd be so much. This weekend we tapped in with the producers.
I see.
Y'all Taylor, Ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We was going crazy.
Y'all was in there cooking, like cooking in real time.
Yeah.
I was watching from afar.
Yeah,
I want to
other
be
than that-
like you when I grow up.
Other than that, started a couple careers this weekend.
What you do? What careers you start?
Just a couple rappers. Couple
Okay.
aspiring rappers.
Yeah.
Just, put a battery in their back.
That's
stuff
what's
like
up.
that.
This what you do? What you great at? What you do anyways?
Yeah. I mean, made some beats, recorded. What you do this weekend? Like, this past weekend?
Saturday was a graduation. Then we went to Botanis afterwards, and I discovered an amazing business on the south side next to Botanis.
Oh, so you ain't go to Tacos and Tequilas?
No, I did not go.
I seen it was lit too.
I did not go. Zach, did you go to Tacos and Tequila? You didn't? No. He said, no, not this time. But there was an amazing.
No, not anytime.
Not anytime?
I'm not going to that.
Oh, not anytime. All right. He has spoken. There is a CBD THC cafe next to Botanas, and it is incredible.
Really?
Like the vibes. Like
Oh,
they have
okay.
an actual bar as well. But they have like infused drinks. They have a decked out backyard with patio and fire and a porch and all of this kind of stuff. So I was catching some vibes this weekend.
Yeah.
I was catching some
Hill the
vibes.
Hood was going on.
It was.
Mhm.
Yep.
The local street fest.
I didn't make it to either one of those because Saturday was to the youth, and then I had my best friend date. So me and my best friend, shout out to Bella, I think she was at your studio this weekend. We do our best friend dates.
Oh, I forgot. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, she was. That's what I said. I did a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. We had our best friend date this weekend. So I kicked it with her and was up all night talking, making music and stuff. So Sunday I wanted to make it to Locust Fest, but
Oh, so you
I
was
didn't
making
make it.
music. So she got you
Well-
after she dropped her first verse.
then I do it as an exercise. Like I don't rap anymore, but that's who I started rapping with.
Okay.
So
I'm still trying, Truth Nation. I'm still trying. She
No.
gonna have her verse ready soon. I'm sorry.
no, it's not. I'm not. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm conflicted.
Yeah, right. You with me now?
I'm
What's
conflicted.
up?
Meech is gonna force me to do a song.
Me and Truth Nation.
You and Truth Nation is gonna force me to do a song. So today is Mental Health Monday. I want to talk about it based off some conversations that I had with my youth today. And one of the situations that happened was insane, but I got to talk about it because as parents, we are so big on just allowing our youth to hop in these Lyfts and Ubers and
And
hop in
go
a
to the park.
Yeah, and just go to the park. We gonna
Go to
tap
the
in
park.
about that too, because I seen the youth this weekend. They was really getting to it.
I can.
But one of my students, she works late, and she was at work and got off, I think around 9:00 or something at night, and caught a Lyft. And if I'm not mistaken, she doesn't even live that far from her job. But basically, the Lyft tried to kidnap her. The Lyft driver tried to kidnap her, and she is a junior in high school. So the story she gave us was that she was in the car. She got in. It was a white male. He started asking her weird questions like, who are you going home to? She was like, my mom. Do you love your mom? Like all of these. And then she said he turned the Uber off, like the app, so that he couldn't be, tracked, and started to go a different route. And he tried to assault her in the car. She is 16 years old. Tried to assault her in the car. Luckily, she had like a taser or something on her, so she was able to get him off of her. And then her mom and her had to go and file, a police report. But her mental health after it, she couldn't sleep, Now she's traumatized, and then it's also an inconvenience because what's supposed to be safe is no longer safe, which means that she doesn't have transportation from work home anymore after work in the evenings, which can put a damper on her just, her working and everything overall. But she was okay today, but that's a very scary situation. And these are things that a lot of our youth face that they don't necessarily talk about publicly or to anybody because we didn't have any idea until she came and told us. But a lot of the staff didn't even know, no one knew. So I wanted the conversations I was having with her today, and the amount of fear that instilled in her and how she's going to respond going forward is more so what we were talking about. But I wanted to touch on mental health today, and not just the youth, obviously, everybody, but just figuring out what are some of the things that you do to protect your peace, and what is something people don't realize that affects your mental health. There are many different strategies. I know there's a lot of podcasts, a lot of doctors and psychiatrists and different people who are online speaking of these things, but it doesn't necessarily gravitate towards people that's from where we're from. So when we talk about the mental health piece, again, it's a popular topic, but we have to come up with realistic strategies that actually work for the people that we serve, So growing up in our household and in our culture, mental health, we know as Black people, is not a thing. Like, you can't say I need a break because I'm going through something mentally, right? So coming from those conditions and now being an adult, what do you do? What methods do you use when you feel like you're about to crash out? What methods do you use when you feel like you're in a dark space to keep you from crashing out? You know, these are especially for Black boys, because a lot of them aren't taught, you better not cry. I don't want to see a tear, you know. So we want to hear from you. We want to hear about some of the methods and things that you do to maintain your peace when it comes to your mental health and also your children.
Yeah.
You know, how do you deal with your children when they're going through mental health issues? Tap in with us. We're live 833-212-1017. We are talking mental health. It's Mental Health Monday. Shout out to all of the mental health therapists and advocates out there in the city of Milwaukee and in the country overall. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Protecting my peace.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a it's kind of like something that's new that's been coming around in the last couple of years, where it's like protecting your peace. You know, people, like you said, people always say it, but then they give examples of how they do it, but the situation personally becomes like you trying to find that space to where, you know, you either could talk to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
you're looking for that right song that'll take you out of that moment,
Mm.
you know,
Music
stuff like
therapy.
that. Some people listen to the word.
Yeah.
You know, some people need to be consoled or next to that one person that understands them.
Yeah.
You know, now that I be thinking, when you talk mental health in our community, like you really don't know that is a wide topic.
It is.
And you know, growing up, or just as young people, you think, you know, mental, you think it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it's not always a problem. So
Facts. Those are facts. I think for me, as far as protecting my peace, I've been on one lately. I've been blocking like I'm 6'8".
yeah, you don't want to deal with nothing, huh?
I ain't dealing with nothing.
Yeah, I'm like that too.
Nothing, because I work too, as a retired crash out, I work too hard to get
A retired
a retired crash out. I work entirely too hard to get to where I'm at, to be this calm and this peaceful. And it's like, not only that, I just love the feeling of it. It's like having peace is something that you can't buy, you know? And I like staying in a peaceful mind because I can make decisions. I can make accurate decisions when my spirit is at peace. So for me, I've been eliminating. Process of elimination. Doesn't matter how long I've known a person, if they family, if they're friends, if they're not. You one strike shorty.
Yeah.
One strike and you out of there. You know, it's a wrap.
I mean, my peace come with quiet.
Mhm.
Like I need peace and quiet.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what, Meech? What I admire about you is your peace is you don't give a, you know.
Yeah.
Literally.
I mean, you know, you kind of keep it going.
Yeah.
And just, you know, thinking about the youth. It's a lot of programs out there,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I'm dealing with my son with some type of mental health problems, you know, trying to control anger,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So it'd be hard. You know, everybody go through it. That's one thing that really get me through it, to know like I'm not the only one.
Exactly.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
And it's something that I feel like we should talk about more, especially with our youth. And like, to your point, I was dealing with that with my daughter too, because her best friend passed. And she's been going to visit the site where she passed every morning before school.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. As parents, as a community, you know, with children, just in general. I don't want to preach, because I know a lot of people talk about mental health consistently, but I more so want to figure out strategies and figure out a way that we can help, you know, all of us, our generation and the ones under us.
Yes, today we raise awareness. Mental Health Mondays.
Mental Health Mondays. Tap in with us live, 833-212-1017. It's your girl, Jazz and Meech. We are live. Time to go pay some bills real quick. We'll be right back. Do not touch that dial.
Wake up to Truth in the Morning, 7 to 9 a.m.
Again, I'm the legendary Home Blow, along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman.
True Nation, we want to hear from you. 833-212-1017.
Truth in the Morning.
I love you, baby. I just love the different talks, how y'all mix it up.
Truth in the Morning.
As a community, we have to take a deeper look at our family, at our friends, and ourselves, help other people heal, be kind to people, be concerned about people's well-being, and I love you all. You all have been rocking it out. Salute. God bless.
Wake up to Truth in the Morning, 7 to 9 a.m.
101.7 FM, The Truth. Homer and I will be the new morning show.
Truth in the Morning.
On the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
We'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Love y'all.
We'll be black.
So don't change your dial.
You're listening to 101.7 FM, The Truth of Milwaukee.
Severe flooding from hurricanes and other serious storms frequently damage cars. However, some of these flooded vehicles will end up back on car lots or for sale online, with no indication they were submerged in floodwaters. If you are in the market for a used vehicle, make sure you are buying from a reputable dealership and use the National Insurance Crime Bureau's free online VIN check service to help verify the car's history. If you suspect fraud, call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Just want to really congratulate Mech on this very important venture that y'all on right now. I think it's real dope. I think it's real important, and I'm looking forward to listening to y'all. You know, usually I don't listen to talk radio at this time, but y'all is on here, and it's something that I'm looking forward to listening to, getting some real community on that in that space.
Keep texting, keep calling, keep being you, Truth Nation. Milwaukee Black Talk, 101.7 The Truth.
This is Sherwin Hughes from The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And Truth Nation, you can now watch my show live on YouTube every day from 9 a.m. until noon. Yep, you can get 3 full hours of watching Sherwin doing his thing streaming live on YouTube Monday through Friday. You'll get the same insightful conversations about policy, politics, and lifestyle while also seeing my reaction to the unpredictability of our listeners. So go to YouTube right now, subscribe to 101.7 The Truth, and see this wonderful smile live every day.
.7 The Truth with your girl Jazz Tyler. We are live and direct in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. Mech, we are talking mental health. It's Mental Health Mondays.
Yeah, Mental Health Mondays. Just chime in with us. Let us know how you feeling.
Tap in. So, to kick it off, the pressure of always being okay or saying that you're okay. You know how someone will call you or you see someone and say, hey, how you doing? You're like, oh, I'm good. How you doing? It becomes
I'm all right.
Just a saying, you know?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
So,
but it becomes a saying, and it's transactional now instead of someone actually taking the time out to see if you are okay. Hey, Mech, how you doing? Oh, man, I'm good. All right, that's good.
It's like a give and take. If you sometimes you asking people really not wanting to know how they doing though.
That's
like, yeah, hey, how you doing? It's like you said, it's a transaction. So it's like, you waiting on them to just say they all right.
Yeah.
When you say that. Sometimes if you really trying to tap into them and see how they doing, it'll be a more softer tone. How you doing?
Yeah.
You really all right? And then they response to let you know, they'll probably pick themselves, I'm good, I'm doing good. Well, what's up? You know what I mean? But you gotta double asking now. You gotta ask them again.
So we always talk about the people who, telling people to make sure you check on your strong friends and things of that nature.
Check on your people.
Yeah, check on your people. But I want to talk to the people that needs to be checked on because they have to be held accountable as well. If you are going through something, even if it's something minute or if it's something major, you have to speak up. Even when you don't feel like it. Even if you feel like you're so much in a dark space to where nobody will understand you. If you don't want to talk to nobody, talk to God. If you don't want to talk to God, talk to somebody.
Most
Just
definitely.
find one person because conversations and support can save lives.
But how much is that, do you feel like, when people, they get asked that question, how much you feel like they might be telling their business? Like, oh, no, that's too much information. TMI. You know?
So that brings me to the next part of it. How do you ask for help without feeling vulnerable or weak? Me personally, I am a very private person. And I think a lot of our people, especially black women and black young ladies, are traumatized when it comes to friendships and asking people for things, because when they fall out, people get to telling their business, talking bad about them, or even if the situation is not just completely bad, but they just may need help right then and there, whether it's someone to talk to or financially or whatever the case may be. A lot of times people find a way to go and tell somebody's business, or they just almost waiting on you to do bad so they can have something to talk about, which in this culture, or they capitalize off it or publicize it. And it's becoming more and more common in this culture, especially with like reality TV.
That's
so
why you hold it to your chest almost. Like you'll keep it on you until, I don't know, you go somewhere and scream. Like,
facts. Yeah, like that too. Shout out to my cousin Marty Grays in the chat. He said you kind of can read people until something is going on. You're right. You can. You'll be able to, if you have it in you to care and you are a human, you should be able to tell when someone is going through something.
Especially if you know them and been around them.
Exactly.
Sometimes the question ain't even something you need to ask. You
it's
just
not.
Go ahead and do what you feel like is the best thing to do.
Yes. So to the people who do go through or have gone through things or is going through something, I encourage you to speak up. Find a safe space. Find someone who is your safe space that you feel like you can confide in and talk to them. Even if it's and to the people on the receiving end, listen. Sometimes they don't need you to give advice. Sometimes they don't need you to preach. They just need you to listen. And I'm learning that as well.
Yeah, if you don't trust the people around you or nobody, if you don't think you have that, go to seek professional help.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, let's normalize therapy, like going to therapy.
Yeah, my son in therapy every week.
Yeah, let's normalize it. Us as black people in general, we go through so much outside of just being oppressed. We go through so much on a day-to-day basis. We can never truly be healed because we're black. We're always going to go through something. So I do think that, whether it's therapy, whether, again, it's a safe space, whatever it is, just find something or someone that you can connect to so that you can have an outlet. If you don't want to talk to somebody, music, whatever it is that you love to do, find something just as long as you have a way to vent. You have to get it out. I think that's why a lot of people crash out, because it's a buildup. They just hold it inside constantly, and one day it's a wrap.
Yeah, but when you talking therapy, like 9 times out of 10, that's a white person.
But they have a lot of black therapists in Milwaukee though.
Yeah.
And to that point, the black therapists, I would ask, because there has been situations where people information and what they go through is being gossiped about by the therapist because they're black and they're a part of the community. It's like,
so that's why nobody ain't even. Here we go.
Like, what happened to confidentiality?
Here we go. Black people always they just can't do the thing, but just do what you're supposed to do.
Just do what you're supposed to do. But we have to find ways to rebuild our community up to where we are not shaming people for going through what they're going through. Like, it's the conditions that we live in, the things that we go through on a daily basis. It's enough. It's a lot just to wake up. Just to wake up in today's world, it's a lot, let alone all of the distractions and feeling like you have to be whatever it is you think you're supposed to be, on top of your own flaws and insecurities, on top of whatever you're dealing with, on top of what people you love deal with, and carrying that burden. I think that we have to find time to rebuild our community to make sure we are all well mentally.
It's like generational trauma, though.
It is.
Like, some stuff you dealing with ain't even happened to you.
Yes.
Happened to somebody in your family.
Yep.
Sometimes you traumatized by what will happen. Like you said, like after a situation, now you don't want to get in no Uber no more.
Exactly. How do you feel about social media and mental health? Do you feel like social media causes issues with mental health?
I think it could trigger, like, the way you think about certain stuff. Like, if you mad and you see
somebody having it,
yeah. You could be like, man.
And it's really a fake place. I think for the youth, social media does that. It affects their mental health a lot.
Sometimes it's a way to release.
Yeah.
You know, and get away from what you're dealing with, because you'll see so many people from around the world, you know, having a good time or making it seem like they're having a good time. But then you'll come across them videos that'll give you that message.
Yeah, that you need.
Yeah. So
Yeah. If you had any advice for anyone who was going through something mentally, what would it be?
pretty much depending on what they interested in. You know, that's like, for me, I stick to what's the most I'm interested in. You know, and most people might think that's music, but it's football.
Yeah.
You know, so as much as football I can get, I'm going to get it. You know, if I'm feeling down or I feel like it's just too much, you know.
Yeah.
You know, women get overstimulated now, so it's like it's too much coming at you. I just go ahead and watch football. Even if it ain't even football season. You know what I mean? Just that's what I like the most.
Yeah.
To take me away from whatever I'm thinking about.
To escape. Oddly, I don't have I'm not gonna say I don't have. I have an incredible supportive system, sisterhood circle. My brothers. I have people in my life that I can talk to, but it's different for me because I was used to doing music. I was used to playing ball or braiding hair, just different things. And because I no longer do those things, I didn't realize that I never substituted those things for something else. And I don't really like venting to people. Like, I've learned my lesson about it. So I think being back in the studio, but in a different aspect, has helped a lot with my mental health. Like, I don't have to rap or physically do music to, utilize it as a tool, but it's very therapeutic for me. Like, sometimes I just want to hear the beat. What's the Jay-Z song?
Yeah.
I gotta make the song cry. Like, you just want to hear the beat, you know. You want to feel the instruments, you know. So that's something that I've been doing lately, and I feel like it works. But I know we was talking about this conversation last week as far as having a set agenda when it comes to your mental health. Like, when you first wake up, a lot of people, first thing they grab is their phone. You know, you don't even take time to like sit with yourself to wake up. Yeah, like, I don't want to talk to nobody. My brain is not functioning right. Like, I need at least 30 minutes before I even get out the bed.
And then, like you said, like, just reaffirm yourself.
Yeah.
When you wake up, or when you wake up, just reaffirm.
Those daily affirmations.
Yeah, just reaffirm yourself.
Even when you're going through the dark times, I feel like that's when I prayed the most. That's when my daily affirmations was really kicking it in, because you either going to be a victim or you're going to be a victor. You're going to overcome it, or you're going to choose to stay in whatever condition you're in. And it's not to say that, to speak ill of anyone who is in a dark space or have been, but you have to dig deep down, like somewhere in there, and pull yourself out of there. And those daily affirmations help a lot.
Yeah. I mean, to be in the environment we in, KB, Playmaker, he always tell me, like, everybody, like, it gotta be.
Yeah.
Everybody has to have some type of mental health going on.
Yeah. If you black, you do.
Yeah, for us to be in a situation we in right
way.
now, or the environment, like,
Yeah.
create this type of environment.
Yes.
And for us to live in it.
Yes.
With, and some days you're not thinking about, like, this is what we really living in.
Yes. Yes.
You got to have some type of, or dealing with some type of mental health.
And naturally, our people, we are genuinely nice, caring people. But to your point, the people who created those conditions most definitely have mental health issues. And then they look at us and ask, why do we have mental health issues when we're really just mimicking them? I mean,
to be stuck, it's a stuck feeling.
Yeah.
You feel like you stuck.
Yes.
It's
no way out.
Wiggling, trying to get out of this.
Yeah.
You go crazy.
Yeah, exactly. We are live and direct, 101.7 The Truth. We got to go to break, pay some bills. Do not touch that dial. It's your girl, Jazz and DG Meech.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
When you get a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, things get real.
And nobody understands that better than the Parkinson's Foundation. All across the country, we provide resources and support in the fight against Parkinson's, a neurological disease that affects movement.
The Parkinson's Foundation is dedicated to improving care and advancing research towards a cure.
And when you call our helpline, you'll speak to a real person who can help you find the right information. Because while living with Parkinson's can be challenging, there are things you can do to improve your quality of life. So, whether you're newly diagnosed, have been living with Parkinson's for years, or caring for a loved one,
when Parkinson's gets real, find real answers at the Parkinson's Foundation.
Go to parkinson.org or call our helpline at 1-800-4PD-INFO, 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
.7 The Truth. It's your girl Jazz Tyler, Digi Meech. We are talking Mental Health Mondays. Meech.
It's serious today.
It is serious.
Got me thinking. I'm man, tapping in.
Tapping in. We gotta tap in. Make sure if you are someone who is going through something, or you know someone who is going through something, that you lend a listening ear. You know, it doesn't hurt to be kind, man. Seriously, people are truly, truly going through it. Don't wait until the last minute before you give yourself to someone to assist them. Let's talk burnout before 30. This is a real thing, right? I was sitting here thinking about this weekend with my friends, some of my friends, and just people I talk to, and how they still have the energy to do certain things, and I don't, because I did it so much in my 20s. And it made me think about how it ties into the mental health piece, the grind culture. We grinded so much before we even hit 30, trying to make it happen. Do you feel at this age, over 30, mentally exhausted?
Not mentally exhausted. Yeah, forget it. Yeah.
Like it was.
I mean, you it's kind of too much. You know, you checking DMs, you checking text messages, you checking emails, you texting back, you emailing back.
Yeah.
You know, and then you just scrolling. It's almost too much information that you getting. You know what I mean? And you gotta decide this, think about your personal stuff. Try to help friends, be happy for this, smile for the camera.
Yeah. It's a lot. I think that being intentional saves a lot of stress, and it helps with the mental health, because you know exactly what you're doing. But to go back to and tie that into the grind culture before 30, I don't agree with the whole system of retiring in your 60s. Like, you work all of these years and then you retire when you're 65 years old, right? That means you work, 40 45 years, 45 to 50 years, only to spend the next
another
30
20
years, being able to enjoy the fruits, of your labor. So I think I was willing to sacrifice my mental health in my 20s so that I can live how I want to in my 30s, in my 40s. And again, it was a lot. It was a lot. Looking back at it, I think we were just surviving. Like, we didn't even realize.
Yeah,
we
I mean, I wasn't
something.
clubbing or doing. I ain't no big drinker or nothing like that to really feel burnt out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're a producer. You're right. So your story was a little bit different.
Yeah, I ain't. I'm more laid back. So
we got a caller on the line. Our special guest, Al. Al, thank you so much for calling in, tapping in with us today.
Well, the first thing I want to say is, I know you said, sometimes people be dealing with mental health, but I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of them ain't dealing with mental health. They're dealing with mental bull, sugar, honey, iced tea. And I heard you talk about holding people accountable, okay? So I'm going to go there. Some of y'all, when y'all hold them accountable, some of y'all be on that nigga, sugar, honey, iced tea. Some of y'all know who y'all are. Some of y'all are ungrateful. Some of y'all are bastards. And some of y'all would take some of your friend kindness for a weakness. Now, you won't go to them welfare check collecting, disability check, can't do nothing for themselves, Newport 100, stay in a drunk all day, relatives, and tell them get off their ass and get an MFing job. But y'all want to play that game and play that card. So when it comes to holding people accountable, make sure you hold them friends accountable. Because some of them no good cutthroat bastards know what they be doing. And some of them people you hold accountable, some of them you going to have to let them rot like a dead raccoon on a Mississippi dirt road. Because, see, some black people are too nice, and some people have a good heart. And some of these no good sap-sucking, son of a biscuit-eating half-fuss, man, woman, and child, don't want to stand up and do right. So for those who don't want to do right, let them goddamn ride. And let them go to them people, birds of a feather flock together, and doves don't hang with no ambassador clothes. Let them ride. And for the ones who want to always call people at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, talking about I'm going to hurt myself, you tell them call me in the morning and hang up the phone. That ain't no mental health. A lot of them be on that mental bull, sugar, honey, iced tea. But when they want to slap them bottles with them people who don't got a window to throw it in, they giggling and cackling. Let them rock. Keep your peace. Bye-bye.
Yes,
and don't
indeed.
loan them no money neither. Bye.
Thanks, Al.
Thank you, Al. But to Al's point as well, he made a good point. When you are someone who is, you have a genuine heart and you love to help people, one of the biggest lessons I've learned the past 365 days is your emergency is not my emergency. You cannot help everybody.
Yeah, some people want that pity party.
Yeah, absolutely.
They want the violins
so they can
playing.
finesse right after that. You know,
they want the violins playing, the Titanic going down.
Absolutely.
They want Jack to jump in the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where your discernment comes in at. You have to truly, truly lean into yourself and your spirit to determine who it is that you're supposed to help. And you can start by looking at if they're helping themselves. There are some people who go through mental health challenges and they don't want no help, because if they do right, then they won't be the victim anymore. That gives them attention. But then you have people who are truly going through things and they do want the help. And those are the ones that you help.
That's a good point.
For those who don't, I sit back and I watch people in the state that they're in. And that's how I determine now who I want to help, because there was a point in time where I would just help anybody because I feel like that's what I was supposed to do. But once I lean more into, my spirit and discerning, I realized that some people, they're meant to go through what they're going through, and you may block their karma. I mean, you may take on their karma if you don't allow them to go through whatever it is that they're going through. And some people want to sit in it. And then when you look at them and see how they're spewing out on everybody else around them and making everybody else around them life worse, those to me are the people that don't want any help.
So do you blame them though?
No, I don't. Well, I do.
I mean, it's set up this way. So it's like some people exploiting the.
It is. But with that, but because we know that it's set up this way, that makes you should hold yourself more accountable. You know, whatever you go through, like that's like
if they screaming mental health, how's the accountability supposed to come into play if they got something going on?
Because you have to want it. You have to figure out a way to want the help first. If you don't want the help, don't take it. It is what it is. But we can't make excuses anymore because there's too many resources out here not to get the help. Some people literally just want to sit in whatever they're sitting in because that's the only way that's the only thing that they know, and that's the only way that they'll get attention or feel important.
Yeah, we got laws that was created because of mental health. We got laws that was changed.
Yes.
Because of mental health.
Yes. Yep.
We got criminals come out of jail.
Absolutely.
Because of mental health.
77 Ken says that's why Gen X had the best. The 80s and the 90s was so simple. It was. I mean, to be honest though, our people, every generation went through mental health, and I think the 90s had a lot of mental health issues. We just knew how to mask it better, and we didn't have social media, so it wasn't out there as much.
It was a lot more things being accepted as far as how you was being more free. Like now you say be free and this and that, but it's everybody's kind of in that box where they don't want to be themselves. They don't want to let you in, or back then it was like you knew he had a problem and he really didn't care. He was out here doing what he was doing, and you as a friend was there supporting him, or he enjoying the same things he enjoying. You know? And that could be the same thing now, but I just think like even like in the public, on TV, radio, or in the music, it was just more accepted for how a person was. Now it's it's a little bit backlash.
I agree.
People try to find out everybody's business, what I mean, and try to prove that nothing's wrong with them or
absolutely
or that person.
That part, try to prove, and it's crazy because people really be using mental health as a way to escape.
Crutch.
Yeah, and to finesse.
I mean,
I got mental health issues. We all do.
The finesse is in. You know what I mean? Like, if it got to be,
you all do
your thing.
Yeah.
But don't come to me when something really going on.
Oh, and expect for me to do something because, baby, I'm not gonna trauma bond with you.
Yeah, you just said you was good.
I'm not trauma bonding with family, friends, nobody. I'm not going to sit there and go bar for bar on who had the worst situation.
Transfer of energy.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm not going to do. We're not doing any trauma bonding over here. The mental health aspect when it comes to friendships, no one talks about how the hurt and the things you go through mentally when you outgrow friends or toxic friendships or family.
Some of them toxic friendships be triggering a lot of trauma. Because as a friend, or if that's your friend, you think they supposed to know or understand because they've been with you this entire journey. But they're growing up different.
Yep.
They growing up in their own trauma.
Yep.
And if you paying attention to more of yours, then you are your friends. That becomes a problem because they going through what they going through, and you're not supporting them.
Exactly.
And then now you want to tit for tat, like you said. Now we trauma bonded, but we trauma trauma
Feuded.
competition. Yeah.
So trauma competition.
It's like, well, I did this, or I got this going on. You ain't said nothing about my stuff. So there's that thin line in friendships to me.
It is. And I feel like a lot of toxic friends will use what you've gone through against you.
That's what I'm
saying. The guilt trip. And it's like, it's almost like some people, whether it's toxic friends or whether it's, toxic family members, when they have issues with you changing, right? And they feel like you're not allowed to. And then, for example, there's situations where I've been around people and I've seen their family members bring up something in the middle of nothing that it didn't have nothing to do with nothing, but they'll bring up a story or a situation just to purposely trigger this person to kind of put them back in place to make them realize or remember who they are, right? And though that's a trigger, you're purposely being antagonistic, trying to trigger someone. And I feel like letting that go and letting go of those friendships, it's a lot mentally, because these are real friends. These are people you vent to. These are people who seen where you were and where you're going.
Because that's like putting that TMI, that too much information out there.
Exactly.
Now you become vulnerable. But trying to build that friendship to have that support, giving that information to your friend, not thinking that it's finna, come back to bite you.
Absolutely. We are live and direct 101.7. Subscribe and like our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. We have to go to break to pay some bills. We will be right back. Jazzy and Mech.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a bright, focused foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
In Milwaukee County, equity means making sure everyone has a real chance to thrive. That's why the Milwaukee County Office of Equity works to help remove barriers, strengthen community connections, and support fair access to opportunities across Milwaukee County. Want to learn what they do, explore resources, or find ways to get involved? Just search Milwaukee County Office of Equity online. Milwaukee County Office of Equity, advancing equity for all Milwaukee County residents. For more information, search Milwaukee County Office of Equity online.
Hey, Rick and
101.7 The Truth. It's your girl Jazz Tyler, Digi Mech. We are live and direct at the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of beautiful downtown Milwaukee.
It's the first of the month.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Tap in.
Tap in.
Happy Monday, Marty.
He said, Jazzy and Mech, happy Monday. It is Pay Your Child Support Day. Shout out to all the dads and moms out there that make regular child support payments.
Coming out of my check.
It's coming out of your check. Yeah. What you say? I know that's right. Withdraw mines ASAP pronto. We are it's Mental Health Mondays. We are talking mental health. We were discussing some practices and things that we do to protect our peace at all costs, and what does it look like to deal with those mental health challenges when it comes to separating yourself from friends. Tap in, give us a call at 833-212-1017. We want to know from you what are some of the practices you use to protect your peace. For me, as I explained to Mech, I'm on a block spree. I'm out here, big dog, in the paint. In the paint, 24/7. You get one strike, that's it. Block, 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 block.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting here waiting on football season. that's how
Mitch
that
say he's waiting on football. I'm waiting on somebody to act up because I'm gonna block you. Social media
He's a
on my
retired
phone.
crash out.
Retired crash out. That's the best strategy for me. Is just zero tolerance, no nonsense. Because why would I allow someone to trigger me or to do things that's gonna make me feel like you're making me feel away on purpose? Which is not good for your mental health. A lot of people do that. They hang around people that purposely do things to make them feel away and then wonder why they crashing out.
Get on your nerves when you get off work.
Yeah.
You tired.
Yeah.
That'll burn you out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So how do you know when you're just tired or when you just burnt, or when you just over the top, you burnt out?
For me, if I go to bed to get some rest and I wake up and I'm cool, I'm just tired. But if I go to bed, get some rest this day and feel like I don't even feel like getting up and it's hard, and then the next day I feel that way again, and then the next day I'm burnt out. Or when my patience is so low to where I don't feel like dealing with something, I'm burnt out. And I've been burnt out primarily because of my ambition. I was very, very, very ambitious, very determined, to the point where I didn't have any boundaries when it came to how I choose to grind. It was like, I'm just gonna give it my all. This is all I know, and that wasn't good for my mental health. And I burnt out easily, right? So now, again, it just has to make sense. And also being a people pleaser. That causes a burnout too, because you don't know how to say no.
You got to know what position you playing in your family.
And don't overplay your position. Family, your friends, and anybody life. I'm always like, to Al's point where you say people call 2 or 3 in the morning. That used to be me. But I realized how much I love myself enough to say, no, I can't. And granted, when you do say no to some people, they act like it's the end of the world. But I'll take that over me being so tired from helping you when I have my own things going on, right? And then when I thought about it yesterday too, how many people do Jazz, I'm talking third person real quick. How many people do Jazz reach out to and ask, are they okay? Versus how many people reach out to me and ask me?
Oh man,
that's a problem. That's a problem for me. And that will, at this age where I am, that will cause me not to rock with you. Because that means I'm giving you more than what you're giving me. If I'm always the one calling or always the one checking on you, see if you need anything, if you're going through something and you can call me and I'm helping you through it, but not one time you've taken the time out to say, do you need anything, right? I can't rock with you.
But do that, is that demanding?
It has to be 50-50 in that aspect. Because that's what a friendship is, or whatever relationship it is, that's what it is. You're supposed to be fruitful to one another. If I'm not, it's not that I'm expecting it in return. It's something that should naturally happen, right? Mm-hmm. If we have a relationship of any sort, and I'm constantly asking, do you need anything? And I'm being a lending ear, and I'm finding resources to help you, and I'm going above and beyond to make sure I'm there, even if it's just to listen. And this goes on for years and years and years. And then you sit back and be like, this ain't really a friendship, or this isn't really a relationship, because when was the last time you asked me, do I need anything?
Do the expectation on that person, do you put expectation on that person?
It's not that you put expectations on them. Again, I think it's just something that naturally happens. Like, I don't know how you can go so long without asking someone who asks you.
Because I know who I need to call and check up on.
Yeah.
And then it's a few people that I would love for them to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some people that do that, and it's cool. It makes a difference, but I'm not expecting.
Yeah, but some people I do expect it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't. When you expect the person, they don't do it. Do you? How much of accountability? You know what I'm saying? Do they supposed to have in that situation?
Shout out to Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright is tapped in. Happy Monday, Mr. Wright. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
All is well. Thank you so much for tapping in with us.
What's happening? Hey, so I'm just tapping in because you know what? Recently, I was just going through the same thing. You know what I mean? I don't never let people see me sweat. When you see me, you know I'm usually a happy, outgoing person. When I'm down, too many people don't know I'm down. You understand me? I have a few people who I like to think of as friends, but then sometimes I think it's like a one-way street. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm, like you just said, you know, and that's why I call. I feel like I'm always the one reaching out, calling. I just text. I ain't want nothing, brother. I'm just checking on you to see how you doing. You know what's happening. I don't want nothing from you. I'm just checking on you. You know, but then I don't get that same response from people, and I don't expect people to do what I do, but that do bother me though that I'm the only one reaching out. So I just said, you know what? I'm not gonna reach out to anyone until they reach out to me. I'm gonna see who reach out to me. I'm done. So I'm trying not to let people, you know, be the resource to my or bring me down. You know what I mean? Because now I'm down because I'm wondering, like, you know, why am I calling you? Listen, if it's a guy or a girl that you're trying to pursue, right? This is how I feel about it. You're going to call that person because you're pursuing them. You want to take them out to eat. You want to show them a good time. You know, you're going to make an effort to spend or talk with that person that you're trying to get with or be with, right? So I feel like relationships are the same way. You know, at some point, I feel like you should reach out to me. I'm tired of asking people if they want to go fishing with me. You know what I mean? And why am I the only one, you know, talking about fishing? We'll talk about it, but then if I don't reach out and say, listen, let's do it, then it never get done.
It never happens.
I'm just tired of feeling like I'm putting in effort, and I'm not getting the same thing in return.
Exactly. And to your point, Mr. Wright, thank you so much for bringing that up, because to you and Meech's point, the expectation piece, should we have expectations when it comes to people, you know, doing the same things as us? I think so. I think because that's how you determine if that's a real, you know, relationship. The only way you can determine is based off of if a person is meeting expectations, right? So if I'm doing all of these things and I'm constantly there for you, but you're never there for me.
But you sometimes depending on the person, and that's identifying the type of person your friend is, or knowing, you know, after all this information y'all been going through for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
If that's your friend, you should know they ain't that type of person. You know, some people have that stigma to where they can't say that type of stuff.
But then you have to view and see if that's really your friend then. Because if they're not that type of person, it's one thing. If you expecting
your friend to do that, yeah.
Yeah, it's one thing. Like I have my best friend, Shanika, she is not good with calling. Texting, yeah. I know that about her. But that still doesn't give her an excuse not to check on me. She doesn't use it as an excuse not to check on me. You know what I mean? So I think for the people who are your true friends or your true family, or if you're in a relationship, I think those expectations should be there, because that can lead to a burnout too. It's like, I do all of this stuff for people. I don't have nobody that's going to ask me how I'm feeling today.
But if I'm calling and texting you every day as a friend, it should be in the conversation.
It should be in the conversation. Hello.
So if you, because some people have that daily connection, and then a person is still expecting a person they talk to every day to go out their way, and say something like that, And if I'm talking to you through our conversation, you haven't raised no question for me to say that, or I haven't seen no change of behavior.
But it normally, to your point, Meech, it normally would come up in the beginning of a conversation. When I talk to my people, how you feeling? How's your spirit? You know, well, girl, I got this. Naturally, it happens, right? But for those friends that you don't talk to every day, because I have friends that I don't see often, but it's like we never stop talking, right? The last time we link
you match energy with energy.
Yeah, but then they only call you when they need something, or when they going through something, or you know what I'm saying? And then it's the, man, we've been rocking for this long. Yeah, but you only hit me when something is wrong.
Yeah, like some artists only want to come to the studio when they see me.
Exactly. Where was you at the other?
Like when you just want to rap.
Yeah.
Like you want to come to the studio because you seen me.
That part. You only want to come in when you want something. Truth, we are talking about mental health. Mental Health Mondays. Call in 833-212-1017. We got to go to break to pay some bills. Do not touch that dial.
What's the word, Milwaukee? It's your favorite producer, Meech. Don't just check in. Tap in with Jazz Tyler.
Tap in. We are live and direct Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. And I am your host, Jazz Tyler. This platform is for you, the voices of the city. We are here to remind the world that your voice matters. Hit us up, tap in, and let us know what's on your mind because the time is now. Tap in.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely, but thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
My name is Emma. I am 13 years old. 6 years ago, I was injured in a car accident that left me paralyzed from the waist down. Once I completed rehab, my mom applied for a canine companion service dog. Last January, I finally got to meet my service dog, Marcia. We quickly developed a very strong bond. Together, we go to my horseback riding lessons, school band practice, swim meets, and archery classes. Together, we pick vegetables, and we like to cut flowers. I love Marcia. She makes me feel like together we can do anything. I can't imagine life without her. She's a part of the family. We are just one of the thousands of teams Canine Companions has paired together over the past 50 years. With your help, we can continue for another 50. Visit canine.org to see the many ways you can change lives.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At UW-Milwaukee, students don't have to wait until college to start building their future. Roar Ready lets students K through 12th grade join in hands-on programs across campus. From science and tech to arts, sports, and more, students try new things, meet new people, and build skills that matter. Programs are led by UW-Milwaukee faculty, staff, and current students. And it's easy to register online. Get started today at uwm.edu/roarready. UW-Milwaukee. Roar Ready. Your child's future starts here.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
101.7 The Truth. It's your girl Jazz Tyler, Digi Meech. We are live and direct at the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of beautiful downtown Milwaukee. Meech, what's the word?
What's the word?
Yeah, what we talking about today?
Tapping in the mental health.
Mental Health Mondays.
How y'all doing, Truth Nation? Tell me for real, like for real. How y'all doing? Nothing. We ain't trying to sugarcoat it. We ain't trying to beat around the bush. Like really, tell me how y'all doing. Like what's wrong?
Tap in with us, 833-212-1017. Shout out to the chat. Alfonso Dupree says, Jazzy facts, I block for life. I'm good. I'm telling you, my block list and my block game is strong. Undefeated. He said, protect yours. That's all you got. It took me 54 years to learn how to say no. The law of exchange, pour into people that would invest into you. And people are takers. Be careful of fake friends. Shout out to Von Mays, good brother Von. He said, peace, y'all in training, tapping in with the homies.
What it do?
Alfonso says, black women, stop letting people misuse you. He says use you, but misuse you. Loneliness can be a blessing when you have a full life. full of users. That's a fact. Learn when you are lonely versus set apart. When you are lonely, you attract certain things, but when you're set apart, you understand that you're in solitude, not isolation, and that prevents you from being taken advantage of.
Use me right.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Use me the right way.
Use me.
Let me do what I do.
Use me, but don't misuse me.
Yeah, got me over here looking, watching. Let me do what I do. You know?
Don't misuse me.
So, what's a good balance between work versus play? Like, you know,
honestly,
or mental health balance between work versus play.
For me, I think it's a little different because of our careers. I don't really take on positions where I can't have fun, where it doesn't feel like work. So I literally, like, for my own mental health, I have to be a part of something that I love to do. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, we turned in on the tapped in. We turned up on the tapped in with Jazz Tyler. Yeah, it's fun.
It is. You know, it has to not feel like work, because I've been in environments that feels the opposite. And there's nothing more belittling than to go work to make somebody else rich, and you don't have any say so over anything. You just have to go in, you're like a robot, and just do whatever it is that they tell you. And it's no slight, because I've been there. We all have to do that. But for me personally, in order for me to feel good and have a great balance between my personal life and my work life has not to feel like work. It can't feel like work. Otherwise, it's not going to work for me.
See, but me, I feel like I'm the fun.
Yeah.
So I'm walking into work.
Yeah.
Now it's fun because I'm here.
Because I'm here.
You
That's
know what I mean?
fact.
So that's my attitude, my vibe. So,
yeah.
you know.
That's a great outlook too. And, you know, I have children as well. So one thing I've learned, there's a 9 and 10 year gap between my oldest daughter and my 9-year-old. So raising my two oldest ones when I was younger, that wasn't the case. I had to work a regular job, and it was difficult, but I did it. Now that my youngest, I have her and she's 9 and I'm older, I take on positions that she could be included in. Mm-hmm. You know, we got a summer program. She's out of school. I don't have to worry about looking for a daycare. She could just come learn an instrument with me, you know, at work. That makes my life easier. Making sure that, and also too, because of time, like, I'm not the parent that's going to be at work all day. My children is at school all day. And when they get home, they eat, do homework, and go to bed. I have to tap in with them. Mm-hmm. I need enough time to figure out what they're thinking, who they're talking to, what they're talking about. And that's why I have to build my life this way.
Basketball with the boys in the backyard.
Absolutely.
And all the boys on the block.
Absolutely. So to your point, you're doing the same thing. You're a producer, right? You have, and then we have the radio show. So now you have the flexibility to actually show up for your children, to show up for your family. Whereas if you're tied into a normal or, you know, or something different as far as work, it's a little bit more difficult. So for me, when I was working, you know, just a regular 9 to 5, it was hard to balance because I was in survivor mode. Everything is about $1. If I miss a day, I don't get paid for that day. So some advice I have for people, especially the younger people, the difference between hourly versus salary. When you get a position that pays you salary, there's a little bit more flexibility, which means that it's easier to create a balance between your personal and work life. But when you have a position that's hourly, that affects you, because the moment you may want to take a mental health day, they docking your pay. So you want to, in every aspect of your life, you want to make sure that whatever career, you know, to the best of your ability, because I understand that there are some people that don't have this luxury. But if you do, you want to make sure you find a career that makes it easier for you to live your regular life as well, your personal life as well. Otherwise, one is going to sink and the other one is not, you know?
For the people that's at them serious jobs,
yeah,
you know, you can't really play around.
Absolutely, you cannot.
What do you think they have to do?
You know, honestly, when I was in positions like that, I had a balance. It was rough, but I had a balance. And I got accustomed to that balance of finding my support with my support system. So when I was working at a corporation and I had a regular, you know, 9 to 5 schedule, that's where my support system come in at. There's no way I could have made it without them. That's the balance. they are the balance, because without it, I would have been burnt out, So you have to find a support system. You have to find a village of people, whether it's family, whether it's not family, but you have to find people who are going to assist you with creating that balance.
Yeah, I pretty much say let's just combine them, work and play.
Yeah,
just do fun things at work.
Exactly. Yeah, like that's a fact too. Yeah, find a way to make what you do easy. Biko said, tap in. Shout out to Dr. Biko Baker. Alfonso said, learn how to write a check instead of depositing checks. Make that money. Don't let that money make you. That's right. Delayed isn't denied. Delayed isn't denied. Never forget that. That's a fact. That's a fact. But it is extremely important to find a balance between your work and personal life, because it contributes to whether you have a healthy mentality or not, as well as being burnt out. And sometimes you could be exhausted in a good way. I'm waking up at 5:30 in the morning, going to teach 80 kids a day from 7:30 to 3.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to be
exhausted.
Here. Get you a nap.
Yeah, an adult nap.
What? That breeze that come through the window in the afternoon?
I'm trying to tell, wake up, slob it, man. What?
Oh, you old. We old.
Ain't nothing like a good nap, right?
Like and subscribe on YouTube.
Tap in with us. We are talking Mental Health Mondays, 833-212-1017. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, how y'all feeling? That's really what's about today.
Yeah. How you feeling? Tap in with us.
Like a mental reset on Mondays. You've been doing all that on the weekend.
Yes.
Had the kids over.
Yep.
I can't even tell you. It's been so. You know how the weekends be, Jam. You get up early, clean the house.
And see,
wash your
and they
clothes.
come by so fast. It's like, I had to learn how to have self-care during the week too, instead of waiting on the weekends, because by the time the weekend comes, you feel weakened. You know what I mean? Like, you're tired. You're running around all Saturday and Sunday trying to do everything that you wanted to do throughout the week. So again, that goes back full circle. That goes back to what you do during the week, the type of work you do during the week as well. But for me, I'm learning how to have those self-care moments a part of my life and as a lifestyle every day, so that I don't have to spend my weekends burning myself out, because that's literally what I do every weekend. I have to spend time with my children, I have to spend time with my family on top of doing things that I want to do. And then when you look up, you got to go back to work, on Monday. So find a balance during the week as well, so that you don't feel burnt out or mentally exhausted by the time Saturday or Sunday gets here.
So is self-care relaxing?
Self-care does not exist in my life. No, it didn't exist in my life. I just really learned the difference between self-discipline and self-care, because self-care to me was going to do whatever you want to do. I got some free time. Let me go get my nails done. Let me go get a pedicure. Let me,
It should be relaxing, right?
It is, but those technically are still things where you're dealing with people. You're not relaxing to a certain degree, because you're still out running around, moving around.
What? Them pounding on your feet?
Yeah, but you got to get up and go for them to pound on your feet. When I want to relax, I don't want to move nothing. I don't want to lift a finger.
Come get me, huh?
Come get me.
Yeah.
Can somebody, is there some mobile nail techs? Like, can you come to the crib?
I mean, I got mobile barbers.
Yeah,
I mean, that's cool.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the relaxed part is you have to train yourself. When you're so used to grinding and hustling and just getting to it, you have to train yourself on how to relax. I didn't know how to relax. I felt like I could sit still.
Me relaxing?
It's like
it's me pacing.
Yeah.
That's
back in, like, I gotta do something, because if I'm not doing something, it makes me feel like I'm not accomplishing anything. Right. So, even when it comes to like watching TV shows, binge watching TV shows or whatever.
No shows.
Stuff like that. I'm learning that that's not a form of relaxation either, because you're emotionally invested into something that does not exist.
You binge watching? Oh, you be what? Your emotions be through the roof.
Through the roof.
Waiting on the next episode.
Alfonso says Supermom hit different than Superwoman. That's a fact. Vaughn says I definitely took me a good nap today. I know that's right, Ma. Alfonso said, Jazzy, you funny. You know a woman sleeping good when she's slobbing. Towel on the pillow type. My daughter was snoring too. I don't slob. I snore a little bit, but I don't slob.
I be snoring. I mean, I'm going to sleep though.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to
sleep.
I'm telling you. And
Whatever
I
I'm
don't want to
when
be
I'm
bothered. Let
Whatever I'm
me
doing
rest.
when I'm asleep, let it happen.
Let me rest, but with the TV, it's like I used to sit. So I love film. I was in acting school in middle school. I've always had a passion for film. And I don't look at it from just the entertaining stance. It's more so the storyline. How did they write it? The angles, the art part of it. Mm-hmm. But I found myself recently becoming so emotionally invested into this television show to where I had to remember that it did not exist. It was not real. And now when I'm not watching it, I can't relax because I'm thinking about why did Monet do this to Cain? You know what I'm saying? To Canaan. Or not Canaan, but her son. Like what? I'm invested, right? Which is a distraction. And there's no room for me to relax. So I actually just got rid of the binge watching. Like I don't binge watch TV
that's what
anymore.
I said. Binge watching is like it makes your emotions.
It does.
Like, you feel like you in the show.
Yeah, it does. So form of relaxing for me is teaching myself how to detach from the world, detach from phones, detach from people, from social media, and just be one with myself. That's relaxing for me. Wake up, do some meditation, do some praying, even if it's gardening. Like I just started my garden.
What you put in there?
Watermelon. I did some sunflowers, some greens, some tomatoes, and
you said watermelon.
Oregano. I enjoy it. It's relaxing to me. I love the feeling of it. I'm still working on how to detach from my phone.
I like doing the dishes.
What?
I mean, to relax. I mean,
I like
to
cleaning.
Clear your mind. Yeah, the dishes is like you gotta. I don't know. It's just something about me.
I love to clean, but as far as relaxation, but I hate doing dishes. Dishwasher me, please.
Dishwasher.
Soak them dishes. And see, and it is funny because I was having this conversation with my sister about my children, like how everybody grew up doing chores.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
My youth did too. My children did too, but they didn't at the same time because I like to clean, and it's like y'all not about to do it right, so just move out my way.
I think they learn from that's why I kind of do it because they learn how to clean up. That's how I learn how to clean up.
That's a fact. They watch you. They watch you.
I got a rocking chair outside in the back.
See, old man Meech
sitting in the sun. That's relaxing.
It is. It catch that vitamin D. Pause.
I'll be doing something else, but
Tap in. We are live and direct. 833-212-1017. It is Mental Health Mondays with your girl Jazz and Digi Meech. Do not touch that dial. We will be right back.
Like and subscribe.
What's the word, Milwaukee? It's your favorite producer, Meech. Don't just check in. Tap in with Jazz Tyler.
Tap in. We are live and direct Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. And I am your host, Jazz Tyler. This platform is for you, the voices of the city. We are here to remind the world that your voice matters. Hit us up, tap in, and let us know what's on your mind because the time is now. Tap in.
Just want to really congratulate Meech on this very important venture that y'all on right now. I think it's real dope. I think it's real important. And I'm looking forward to listening to y'all. Usually y'all listen to talk radio at this time. But y'all is on here, and it's something that I'm looking forward to listening to. Getting some real community on that in that space.
Keep texting. Keep calling. Keep being you, Truth Nation. Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 The Truth.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a bright, focused foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
We are live and direct, 101.7 The Truth. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler and Digi Meech. We are talking Mental Health Mondays.
What's the word?
Shout out to the chat. Tap in with us.
They almost on my side.
No, I see you. So, Alfonso said, do you guys sleep with the fan on year round? Absolutely.
Yeah. You can walk in my house right now, the fan, everything off but that fan.
Absolutely.
For sure. The fan got to stay on.
RC Creation says, I never understood dishwashers. You got to wait an hour plus just to get your dishes back. Doing it by hand takes probably 10 minutes. See, I do both. I do, if it's a small amount of dishes, I'll do hand washing. But if it's a large amount, like I'm cooking Sunday dinner or something,
see, but if you wash the dishes by hand, it shouldn't be a large amount.
If I'm cooking Sunday dinner, it is. Yeah. So you got to think too. I have 3 children.
With them spots that the dishwasher leave back behind?
It depends on what type of soap you use and what type of dishwasher you got. You know, when you have a big family, you have to multitask.
Yeah,
so
we were talking AI last week, so now here you go.
I'm saying, like, I love to try and get things done at a certain time. So that means I'm waking up early. If I know I cooked Sunday dinner yesterday, earlier that day or whatever, I'm throwing the dishes in the dishwasher. While they're in the dishwasher, I can go get my load, put that in there. I can mop and wax my hardwood floors at the same. Like, I can do multiple things. So it's not more so because I'm lazy or I don't feel like washing my hand. It's just the timing part of it. Because I do genuinely love to clean.
I gotta bust them suds. I'm sorry.
I love to clean because it's therapeutic for me, and it helps with the mental. We're creators, so naturally we have mental health issues because we have racing thoughts constantly, right? So the cleaning process slows all of that down.
Yeah, basically
it slows it down. But yeah, don't be getting on my dishwashers, man. They come in handy.
You go to somebody's house, you gotta rinse the cups out before you use one.
Yeah, you soak it. But if you,
I'm saying before you use, like you said, ask somebody something to drink.
I do that regardless.
Rinse that cup out.
If they sit in the cabinet, I don't care who house it is. It's dust. It's all I gotta rinse that silverware off and rinse them dishes off.
Cups out when I do that.
For real.
I don't know why.
Before you even use it. We are talking Mental Health Mondays. Things that you do, strategies you use to maintain your peace. For me, I'm 6'8", center, blocking all day.
6'8" center.
6'8" center, blocking all day. Meech, what's yours?
Like an old man sitting on the porch rocking away.
Yeah, yes indeed. I love gardening and I like, catching that vitamin D outside, that sun.
Yeah, I'll be picking up paper.
Yeah.
I'll be forcing it. Barbecuing.
Everything you're supposed to do to relax, right?
Mm-hmm.
We want to hear from you. What are some things you do to protect your peace? 833-212-1017. The self-care portion. What do you do for self-care, Meech?
I don't
know. Does it even exist?
It might. It's like you don't have like men. Mm-hmm. Just get your hair cut. It ain't. I ain't going to the nail salon or nothing like that, but the daily hygiene routine, you got that going.
Yeah.
But no, self-care. I mean, it's probably being with the kids, making sure I'm being a father. That's pretty much. I think I put that on top of my list for being self-care. Like,
yeah,
that'll irk me. Like, if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do as a father, it kind of
facts
pisses me off. So
that's a fact.
I think for a self-care thing, I'll just make sure I'm at least talking to my kids, trying to at least thinking about them ahead. You know what I mean? Because not all of them stay with me, so I gotta kind of get that time with them.
Yeah. Yeah, and I take self-care for my children too, because they are part of my mental health issues. Take it on my nerves sometimes.
Leave them alone.
No, I love them.
We're gonna bring them on here.
Do.
They're gonna tell you how much you get on their nerves.
I truly do. Alfonso says, read the Bible. Knowledge. Stay focused on putting myself first as a single man. That's a fact too. That's self-care for me too. I do my studies. Try and stay in spirit as much as possible, away from the worldly stuff. Sometimes I fall short, but that is a form of self-care as well. That's a form of self-care as well.
Yeah, eat good.
And see, I'm gonna do that all the time.
Good to eat.
Listen,
but look, here
that's
we go.
my self-care.
You gotta put the right food in you.
You do. And so to me, soul food is like Ethiopian food. The lentils.
Mm-hmm.
That's real. What it feeds your soul, not
Something
anything that makes me
you.
tired.
Gotta stick to you.
Like, but to your point, it's crazy because how much I love food. Like,
Yeah.
food really is a way of relaxing.
You bite some.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy.
Forget
I knew
everything.
I was a little big woman when I was sitting down and dancing. Once I got done eating that portion of my food, like, I literally was happy. Like, food makes me happy. So I might have to change those habits, especially if we sitting up here 3 hours a day, so I don't be looking, a certain way. Because I said that. If y'all see me on what is it, my life, the 400-pound show.
No, we're not.
Because I said food
You too
is a
little
way
to be. You ain't even
to
gonna gain
relax.
that much. You can't even gain that much. You probably can't even gain over 100 pounds.
Don't talk about me. I'm over.
You
I ain't
too
that
little.
little. I ain't that. First
I mean,
of
like,
all,
far as size, you're short. You don't think 100 pounds is gonna be able to
I'm
fit on
140.
you definitely can't get up another. You could probably gain 40 pounds at the max.
The biggest I got was 150. I got up to 150.
Right, that's 10 pounds.
But when I got some family members, man, they my height. And when I seen the way we was built when we big, baby, I'm good.
You good.
Somebody kick your butt to
can't
the
go to the
front.
restaurant with them.
Nah, I'm good. I don't even want to gain no weight.
Go to the cookouts.
I don't want to gain no weight. I'm good. I don't want to gain that much weight. We talking mental health Mondays.
Like and subscribe to the channel. 1017 The Truth.
Let's talk about the youth and their mental health. Some of the things that they face on a day-to-day basis, and how us as adults and parents, we have to put our own issues aside to ensure that the mental state of our youth is there. Because working as an educator, working with these youth all day, I'm telling you, it's not. They mask it too. Their mental health is.
It's looking like impulse. What
Yes.
they doing out here in the streets.
Yes.
And over the weekend, we experienced some more of that takeover
Yeah.
activity.
So what happened this weekend?
I don't know.
I
My
hopped
kids ain't
online. I seen some youth.
I mean, I seen one kid jump on a police car, and they chased him down. It's probably the only thing I seen, but just to know, like, it's gonna kick up. It's gonna ramp up. We had a lot of shootings last week.
Yeah.
A couple accidents.
It's been a lot. I mean, the whole city is going. Honestly,
I mean, summertime.
Yeah.
Don't act like you don't know what people want to do in the
but
summertime.
even before the summer, I feel like the city has this year, since the beginning of 26, we just been getting hit back to back with things that can trigger people, and that's causing mental health issues. Like, not even just the death, but poverty. It's, man, we had a meeting over the weekend after the graduation, and I didn't realize how many of our students were homeless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To wake up and go to school knowing that you have nowhere to go once you leave, and then still have to do your work, still have to, you know, come every day. That's a lot.
It's a shame. And I'll be noticing that with kids that's in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I could kind of identify they ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. When you were younger, growing up, was mental health a thing in your household?
No.
Me neither.
No. I didn't even like to see mental health on TV or like the phrase wasn't even a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, you know, our family, the generations before us, they were very good at masking it with drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, Auntie and them over there playing spades, drinking a beer and liquor, and everybody laughing, telling stories, but nobody talking about what's really going on.
I mean, when you start crying, and ain't nothing wrong with you, boy, go sit down.
Yeah. Yep.
You know.
How you gonna tell me ain't nothing wrong with me? You daddy about to beat the black off of me.
You got the black beat off of you.
Yeah. Facts. You don't have, we talked about it earlier last week. You don't have a voice. You know, you don't pay no bills up in here. You don't pay not one bill. You shouldn't be grateful that you got food to eat and clothes on your back, right?
Yeah. We about to pay some bills, ain't we?
Yes, we is. We always paying bills. 101.7 The Truth. Tap in with us this Mental Health Monday, 833-212-1017. Do not touch that dial. We will be right back.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, may I ask a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
Do you have any pets?
Yes, we have a dog.
Great. Do you have a pool outside?
Nope, just a big old backyard.
Nice. Another question. Are there any unlocked guns in the home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, let's just talk about what we can bring for dessert.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality healthcare and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
Still think you're going to use those old chemicals just sitting around under the sink, in the garage, or down in the basement? We're talking things like old antifreeze, paint thinners, batteries, propane cylinders, and pesticides. So don't let them sit there. Get rid of them right away to MMSD's Home Hazmat Drop-Off Centers. It's safe, it's easy, and it's open to all Milwaukee County residents. There are 3 locations open year-round. Let's clean up Milwaukee.
Wake up to Truth in the Morning, 7 to 9 a.m.
Again, I'm the legendary Home Blow, along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman.
True Nation, we want to hear from you, 833-212-1017.
Truth in the
I
Morning.
love you, baby. I just love the different talks, how y'all mix it up.
Truth in the Morning.
As a community, we have to take a deeper look at our family, at our friends, and ourselves, help other people heal, be kind to people, be concerned about people's well-being, and I love you all. You all have been rocking it out. Salute. God bless.
Wake up to Truth in the Morning, 7 to 9 a.m.
101.7 FM, The Truth.
Homer and I will be the new morning show.
Truth in the Morning.
On the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
We'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Love y'all.
We'll be black.
So don't change your dial.
You're listening to 101.7 FM, The Truth of Milwaukee.
101.7 The Truth. It's your girl Jazz Tyler, Digi Meech. We are live in the heart of downtown Milwaukee at the American Family Insurance Studio. We are talking mental health. We have a caller on the line. Caller, are you there?
What's the word?
Yes, this is the caller. I am a Day One Truth Nation member, and so this is my first time talking to you guys, and welcome your show.
Thank you.
With regard to mental health, I believe that this is a non-generational topic. I believe that, each generation comes to the table with different ways of dealing with it. Drugs, however, has been around since the beginning of time, so it's just different drugs are used by different generations, whereas currently it is mostly pills. Who knows what the people who are teenagers will be using when you guys are in your 40s or whatever, by that time. But when it comes to mental health, I think balance is what I was taught best by one of my mentors, and as a mentor and coach, families who have balance where they value all generations, I think they do better with mental health and with family in general. Because every generation has good and negativity to offer, and what you choose to tap into is a personal choice. I think teaching your children to be grateful for the air that they breathe, as well as everything that you bring to the table, like a mom, knowing that your mom is the only human being who carried you for nearly a year, and always respecting that is a great start. That is the cake. And knowing that everything else is the icing, so that you aren't as easily triggered and you have the skills to deal with things that do trigger you. To be able to take that pause where you don't make a snap decision or quote unquote crash out and impact your life for decades to come.
I do agree with that.
That has been my experience.
What I don't agree with is parents using the be grateful as a form of manipulation just so that their child doesn't have a voice.
Well, if you ever walk through a hospital, with your children, it will teach them to be, when I say be grateful for the air that you breathe, because it's a blessing to be here. And as you continue in life and you know that your time is getting shorter, you gain a certain appreciation for that. And for me, those like Martin Luther King, who had an understanding of, you might not have tomorrow and you might not live to be 50, so that your greatness, may have to come early. That appreciation for every day that God gives you is a tool that I think parents should use, not as a weapon, but a tool that I'm grateful for life, and I want you to celebrate life every day. And when you see people struggling for health and breath that are going through things, and that's why having your children in situations where they give of their time, if that's all they have to offer, is a valuable tool to use to show gratitude. That's where I'm coming from with that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for tapping in with us, and thank you so much for being a true Truth Nation.
Day One.
Absolutely. We are joined here by two of my students from Howard Fuller Collegiate Academy High School campus location who joined us last week, Sierra and Kalea. And who else better than to ask the youth themselves when it comes to the mental health piece? Sierra and Kalea, how y'all doing today?
Good.
No, like for real.
Yeah, no.
How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling good.
All right.
All
Today
right.
was a long day.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little bit more insight.
How do you guys deal with your mental health?
I vent.
either to CC or I sometimes talk to my little sister. But like dealing with mental health, just let it all out.
Mhm.
Don't keep it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I talk to my mama sometimes.
Do you feel like venting helps?
Yeah, most definitely. Because then, like, it's not trapped in me no more. I done finally let it out to somebody else instead of just talking to myself about it.
So when you do choose the people you talk to vent to, is it talking just to vent or are you seeking solutions?
It can be both because sometimes I'm there just to tell them what happened, and then at the same time they're giving me something. So I take what they told me, and then I put it in my real life or a situation I got going on. But mainly I just be there to vent.
Sierra, what about you?
Well, I do struggle with like telling people how I feel. I do struggle with telling people how I feel. So my way, I write things down because I feel like when I tell people, I feel like they're gonna use it against me, or like look at me a different type of way.
That's a method we didn't really touch on.
Journaling. Yes.
Yeah, so I really just like I write stuff down, and when I do vent, I vent to my best friend because like she can understand me, or she go through the same problems as I go through. So I kind of talk to her, or I talk to Kalea because she also go through stuff.
Yeah.
So
How has journaling helped you? I'm sorry, Meech.
it really don't help. It just helped me like so I just don't hold it in as much. I just write it down to try to like let some of it out.
Yeah.
Because man.
Now, how much of that venting is stuff you're going through now versus stuff you've been through?
That's a
You
good
answer that
question.
first.
Well,
Like when you vent, is it mostly about the current situation you're dealing with, or it's like a bunch of stuff built up?
it be built up stuff like and things that happen. It just be built up. Not gonna lie. And then I feel like when I do vent to somebody, I kind of like I don't know, like it seems like I'm taking it out on them. So that's why I'm bad at communication. So when I do vent, it be built up, and I just let it all out.
So I want to give you some flowers right quick because what you just said is so important, and I don't even think you realize how big it is to understand yourself so much to the point where you know that you're not big on communication. So instead of me taking my frustrations and spewing my energy out on someone else, I choose to journal. And to Meech's point earlier, that is something that we skipped over that I used to do when I was younger. And you just inspired me to start doing it again because when you write things down, you can physically see it. And then you're able to not internalize it, but breaking down and analyze where the core issue is and how it started. So I would love to do some more work with you all on that and how to get your peers accustomed to journaling, especially if they feel like they don't have a safe space or anybody to talk to about it. Kalea?
When I vent, like at first it be what just happened or what happened like maybe a few days ago. But then when I get like to the point where I'm talking about the same thing, like if that same thing that happened today happened a while ago, I'm gonna start talking about that too, and then it just keep going and keep going and keep going. So
it's a trigger.
It's kind of both that build up in that current situation, because sometimes you don't know how to just like say.
Yeah, I'm the same. When I vent, it's both because I'm very analytical. So I tell people when I call you, have some time because I'm gonna talk. Especially if I'm venting, because I have to tell you the whole story for you to understand where I'm coming from. And how we got to this point was because of A, B, C and D. But then in doing so, it also helped me be able to break down the core issue and how to heal from that or fix that trigger so that it doesn't, keep coming up. But I think that as far as you guys go, I think that having friendships and somebody to vent to is very important. And, some things that we talk about all the time that I just want to reiterate is, as a friend, make sure that when you fall out with friends or get into it, don't tell their business.
Right.
If they confided in you, do not, because that's bad for mental health too, and that makes people not trust you no more. So, and that's a character thing. If you're telling people business that was vulnerable enough with you, then you have a character flaw. It shows what type of person you is. So be respectful enough and loyal enough to when somebody is vulnerable and tell you things about them, no matter how they do you, that you don't go back and repeat whatever it is that, that they said to you in confidence.
We got a nice comment in the chat. Reese Yay 9KF says, our mental health is affected by every sector in the Black community. Healthcare, housing, employment, business, politics, policing, or police brutality. Education, financial, economic, drugs, and alcohol.
Absolutely. We're going to talk about that after we get back from this commercial break to pay some bills. We got Sierra and Clay in the building. 833-212-1017 is Mental Health Mondays. We want to hear from you. Do not touch that dial. Time to tap in.
At UW Credit Union, we have best-in-class technology and peopleology. Like if you lose your card, you can stop by in-branch for a same-day replacement, or you can have a new one instantly issued to the app. So whether you prefer interacting with our snappy online interface or our in-person regular faces, UW Credit Union is always here for every you. And whichever you choose, it's the best of both worlds. Join today at uwcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a bright, focused foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
I'm Sherwin Hughes, and I know the power of Stars and Stripes Honor Flight firsthand. As someone who's been on an honor flight, I can tell you it's a day you'll never forget. Stars and Stripes Honor Flight gives our oldest veterans who served in any location in June of 1975 or earlier a free one-day trip to Washington, D.C. for veterans. Airfare, meals, a coach bus tour, and special flight apparel are all included. It's a day of honor, gratitude, and camaraderie. Veterans who served in the Vietnam or Korean War go to flySSHF.org and ask for an application.
101.7 The Truth. It's your girl Jazz Tyler. We are live and direct from the American Family Insurance in the heart of beautiful downtown Milwaukee. We got some special guests in the building, Mech.
What's the word, y'all?
Sierra and Kalea. Shout out to Sierra Calais. It's Mental Health Mondays. We are talking mental health. We have moved into the mental health of our youth. And we have two amazing students from the Dr. Howard Fuller Collegiate Academy here who is speaking about mental health, things that work, things that doesn't work. And Sierra, you mentioned that you journal, which is something that I used to do. And you inspired me to pick that back up. But also over break, we were talking about, I was giving you guys advice on making sure you don't tell each other business when you fall out with your friends, right? Because they trusted you enough to be vulnerable to say how they feel. And you mentioned some things about that's part of the issues that you guys go through now with the large groups, like all of the mess that's happening with the youth stems from people doing those things, or as y'all call it, backdooring and so on and so on. So I just want you to kind of tap into that, especially the mental health piece. How does it, make you feel, and how do you react after situations after that?
Okay, so like I'm gonna tell y'all about a time that when it happened to me and what led me to like write stuff down, because that's kind of what made me start writing stuff down, because I did have this friend that I was venting to, and when we fell out, she just told everything, and it really made me feel like I was like kind of like alone, or I really didn't have nobody, because she was the only person I really did trust. And like that really just made me not trust anybody, or made me not want to open up to anybody else, or let nobody else see that vulnerable side of me, because I feel like they was going to take advantage of me. And when the time did come, they were just going to turn their back on me and leave me by myself. So that's what like really led me to like writing stuff down, because I really don't trust telling everybody like what really goes on. Like what I tell Leia is the bare minimum. What I write down, I really just be pouring my heart out.
So let me ask you guys this, Kalea, is it easy for y'all to vent to adults?
No, because it's certain stuff that I feel like adults wouldn't appreciate.
Or adults, they like to, like, if you vent to an adult, they'll be like, oh, the reason why this happened to you is because you do this, or you wearing this, or maybe this would have never happened if you wasn't acting like this.
Yeah.
So how do we fix that? Like, I know as far as what we're doing in the studio at school has helped, as far as you guys, us creating a safe space for you guys to come and talk to us. How do we get adults outside of the school, adults that's in your life, or adults, just anyone listening? How can we get it to where, what do we need to do so that you guys feel more comfortable with coming to us with things you want to talk about?
I say take your time to like really listen. Don't tell your sisters, or because parents got that bad. They like to
parents
when they kids tell them something, they instantly run to go tell their sisters or aunties
or friends.
And then like they don't know that people around them, like their kids or cousins, like to use that against them. So I say just really take your time and don't go telling their business.
Right, and just hear them out.
That's something that we are so accustomed to.
Y'all saying, y'all basically tell y'all parents something, or kids will tell their parents something. The parents will go tell other parents or relatives, and then the relatives' kids, which is y'all cousins or for other friends, and they'll use that against y'all. So they basically got.
I mean, it hasn't happened to me, but I'm just like
that's
saying,
how it go.
Yeah, that's how
like
it go.
When you like in a petty argument with your cousin, they just be like, "Oh,
your mama said,
yeah,
oh no, yeah." It's like,
nah.
How do you even know that?
Right.
That's a great point. And I want to go back to that, because especially to, our people, to Black people, because that is so common in the household where, and I'm guilty of it.
Yeah.
I call my sister quick, like, let me tell you what this just did. What my child did.
Not knowing,
right.
That's something that really went over my head.
Like, the crazy thing is, it is their business, and it is embarrassing, and it's like, what is the purpose of it, right? So my two oldest, I've learned not to do that, because they're older now, but also because, especially if I don't have the full story, right? And then it's like I think about things I did when I was younger. Like I remember I talked last week about how I ran away with, my high school sweetheart, rest in peace, Deontay. And my mom told everybody and they mama, she thinks she grown. She ran away and she found her by this house and da-da-da-da. And it's like, but why did I run away? Do you want to talk about that? No shade to my mom, but I'm just saying, like, there's more to the story. So tell all of it instead of just making me look like this disobedient child, right?
It's almost brushing it off like it doesn't even matter.
Exactly. And to be fair, there are some youth who just do things just to do it. And, parents, we do want somebody to talk to as well. But be intentional when you tell your child business. Ask for help. Do you have any advice on how I can deal with this instead of talking and gossiping about them? Because that's going to make them lose trust in telling you. And then next thing you know, well, you don't know that they're pregnant. You don't know that they're doing drugs because because every time they tell you something or something happens, you run off and tell your family.
You don't know they had to take over.
You don't know that to take over. And then when you think about it, the people sometimes in families, the people that they're telling don't even like the mama, which means they don't like the kids. So they're waiting on you, on your child to do something so they can have something to talk about. Like we really have to be mindful about how we handle our youth and our children when it comes to them getting in trouble and them feeling like they can't talk to us about certain things. I tell my children all the time, y'all, my students, y'all can talk to me about anything. I don't care what it is. Talk to me about anything because as long as I know, then I can help. But if you don't tell me, then I won't be able to help. So to your point, Sierra, that's a great point. Alfonso said, not respecting kids' business is not good. Facts. Gossiping grown people, that's a problem.
And it's a problem at school too, because you could go up to somebody and tell them, like an adult, a trusted adult, and then you find out they told this student or they told this teacher. Like, I don't want to say no names, but it is some teachers at that school.
That's messy.
And I know it's real. People can relate to that too.
Yes.
So when is it like okay for like the parents to get mad that they don't have the information that they need to be a parent?
Honestly, from experience, I could only be mad at myself because I was guilty of that. That's why I'm not judging anyone. That's why I'm saying it the way I'm saying it, because I went through it. I was a parent who would call my mama, my daddy, my sisters.
I feel like the teacher got more information than you.
The kids. Oh, I thought you meant the other.
I mean, anywhere.
Well,
like you when you find out that somebody has the information
so
about your kid that
it's
you
two
don't.
perspectives. It's the glass is half full or glass is half empty. You can look at it like and be upset. Why are you telling the teacher our business? Why I don't know, da-da-da. Or you can look at it as they're a trusted adult that you can lean on because they'll be able to obtain information that you can't. And then you can work with them on how to, actively stay up to date on what's happening and solutions. But you have to be willing to set the ego and pride aside. That's that village. That's that village. I feel like nowadays our community is not accustomed to the village raising children anymore. Instead of being upset, you should be glad that someone knows, because there's a lot of youth out here where they don't tell the teacher, the mama, they don't tell nobody. And then you just absolutely have no idea about what's happening. But as far as the responsibility for the teachers, as an educator, I'm making my job to build a relationship with the parents as well. Because what's the point of working with the youth, and if it's issues, you sending them back to the same environment?
Because you as an educator or coach or any position you dealing with the youth, like, you should know that it's information that you will find out that the parent won't know because you around the kid when the parent is not.
Yes. Yep. And it's up to you to talk to the parents and have that relationship. So when I get information, I'm already ahead of the game because I've already built a relationship with the parent to where they trust what I say instead of coming at me, a certain way. We're talking Mental Health Mondays. We got Kalea and Sierra from HFCA in the building. Tap in with us, 833-212-1017. We want to hear from you. Don't touch that dial. We got to go to break. Tap in.
Until people come before profit. Until all energy is clean. Until the wild is truly free. Earth justice will never rest. Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the planet and its people for nearly 50 years. Earth Justice has 150 full-time lawyers fighting in court for our planet's future and representing all clients free of charge. No one fights more cases on the environment than Earth Justice. And we win because these are fights we cannot lose. Until justice stands for all, Earth Justice will never rest. If you share our restless spirit and want to commit to fighting for a just and equitable future for everyone, go to earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the Earth needs a good lawyer.
At UW Credit Union, we have best-in-class technology and peopleology. Like if you lose your card, you can stop by in-branch for a same-day replacement, or you can have a new one instantly issued to the app. So whether you prefer interacting with our snappy online interface or our in-person regular faces, UW Credit Union is always here for every you. And whichever you choose, it's the best of both worlds. Join today at uwcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
What's the word, Milwaukee? It's your favorite producer, Mech. Don't just check in. Tap in with Jazz Tyler.
We are live and direct Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. And I am your host, Jazz Tyler. This platform is for the youth, the voices of the city. We are here to remind the world that your voice matters. Hit us up, tap in, and let us know what's on your mind because the time is now.
Tap in.
Dreaming of owning your first home? Don't settle for a fixer-upper. Build a brand new home with Milwaukee Habitat for Humanity. They partner with first-time buyers to make home ownership possible with little to no down payment and a team that's on your side every step of the way. Even if you're just starting to explore what's possible, they're here to help you take the next step. If your household earns between $55,000 and $90,000 a year, you may qualify. Visit MilwaukeeHabitat.org to learn more.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You are listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
101.7 The Truth. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler. We are live and direct in the studio. Mech, what's the word?
What's the word? Today is Mental Health Mondays.
Mental Health Mondays. We got Sierra and Kalea from HFCA in the building. We are talking mental health. Before a break, we were discussing parents telling family members and friends their children's business and wonder why their children don't come to them.
Or sometimes it's leaked.
Yeah, or it's leaked. Yeah, that's a fact because you're now what I do want to do is speak to the youth and for you guys to understand from our point of view, right? Both Mech and I are parents, so we've been, down this road or a similar road. And I want y'all to understand too that sometimes it's not us telling y'all business to make y'all look bad, but we just need a lending ear because we're going through something and we're doing everything possible to try and protect y'all from whatever it is that y'all get yourself into, right? Mm-hmm. Which is why when you come to us and say whatever you say, the impulsive reaction to Mech's point is not just because we're upset, it's because I told you already.
You old enough to know what I'm saying.
You old enough. Yes.
You understand a lot of other things in this world.
Yep.
And you should understand what I'm saying.
Exactly. And I gave you all the information you needed so you don't do what you did. Now, granted, there are situations where some youth don't have that, where their parents don't teach them anything and they just out here winging it, learning life on their own. Those circumstances I understand, but just as a parent to the youth, part of this platform obviously is for y'all, but also so that we can learn how to mend the relationships between the youth and the parents, because I think a lot of what we're seeing in the community is that too. The relationships, the youth is doing whatever they want because they don't have they're not comfortable, or they don't have a safe space to where they feel comfortable enough talking to not just their parents, but any adult about whatever it is that they're going through. And, as a parent, I would say it is up to us. I'm going to hold us accountable to stop being so reactionary.
Yeah, the
every
response
time.
is what it
is.
about.
And I'm guilty of it, because I'm telling you, I be so mad when my children do the opposite of what I tell them.
I used to be like, a little bit frustrated, like, oh my God, why you doing? But
Yeah.
now it's like I done changed my tone. He's 9. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, now I should just talk to him.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And in the tone, like, even if I'm angry, it's an angry talk. It's more so like, you know why I did. It's
Yeah.
still the same tones through and through. I don't really get too.
But you don't have to yell.
Yeah, no yelling.
You can have a conversation, and I would just encourage parents to we talked about this last week too. We come from a generation of parents who never really told us anything. They just say, I've been through it. That's what I'm telling you. But you ain't tell me what you've been through.
Oh, they didn't know nothing.
So
until
how am I
got-
supposed to relate? All you keep saying is, I've been through it. That's why I'm telling you not to do it. But you're not telling me the specifics.
I didn't know specifics until I got over 30.
Older. Exactly. And I was having a conversation with, a bonus mom of mine's and my sis yesterday. And we were talking about this. Now, to the parents' defense, some things they don't want to tell because they don't know if you're old enough to handle it emotionally, right? But then also, it's a sense of embarrassment. We don't want y'all to look at us in a different way because y'all not old enough to understand that, to determine that this is who he was and this is who he is now. As someone who used to do music, when my children would come now, and I forget, like, when you're raising children, you're creating memories. Just how we have childhood memories, your children have childhood memories. So now my children are older, and they're, researching stuff, and they're looking up my videos, and they were familiar. They knew back then, but now they're older and they have their own perspective. And it's like, dang, Ma, I didn't know this. I didn't know that. I didn't know this is why you stopped talking. Why this friend ain't around no more. Or they just wake up one day and notice you stopped talking to this person, and now they're older. They like, oh, that's why you stopped. I'm very transparent with my children. There's nothing they can't ask me. I don't care how embarrassing it is.
They're the reason why you stopped.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So as a parent, I really, really, really believe that we have to do a better job as not being impulsive, not being reactionary. And if you don't create that safe space, I'm not saying now for y'all, your parents ain't your friends.
I understand.
They're not. They're y'all can have a friendship in the parenthood, but they're not your friends. So when they discipline you and give you advice, it's because they're your parent. Nobody loves you more than your parents. For not every situation, but you know what I'm referring to. I carried you for 9 months. There's no way nobody in this world is going to love you unconditionally more than me and, your father, right? So trust that I would never guide you down the wrong way. Am I reactionary at times? Yes, but again, it's just I want the best for you. But I think, again, to my point, as parents, we also have to hold ourselves accountable, and we have to be willing to take a deep breath and listen no matter how angry we are, because what can happen is you can push your child so far over the edge to where they will begin to run away, to where they will begin to spaz out and fight and be involved with teen takeovers and stolies and everything else, because the house and everything that they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis is so uncomfortable when they go to school. The teachers, half of the teachers, I'm being honest, they got an attitude. They going through their own stuff. Some of them, they're just for a check. They're not really caring about what the kids is going through, right? And the kids feel that.
Ray saying what he's saying.
Exactly. They may be dealing with other kids. If they living in poverty, they got to come to school a certain way. They may be dealing with kids talking about them, 24/7, or trying to fit in and keep up with the Joneses. So now they're finding themselves involved in things they shouldn't be, just so they can feel a part of something, And then they come home, and then I got to be a parent, a child, and I can't tell you, I ain't got nobody to talk to. I'm about to go out here.
Can't even say what happened today at school.
Didn't even ask me how I'm feeling. So I do believe we, again, as parents, have a responsibility to make sure that our children have a safe space. Destiny Rose says, "Hey bestie." I don't know if
That's
that was
my best
friend. Shout out to your best friend for tapping in.
What's up, chat?
Alfonso said, "How the kids are wired is how they possess information. You can damage your kids for life if you as a parent don't learn how to deal with your own trauma." That part, Meech. Deal with your own trauma. You know, I don't mind telling my children stories, no matter how embarrassing it is, because it might save them. You know, my mama did this, and if I have all the information, I can make an accurate decision. It has nothing to do with your ego. It has nothing to do with your pride. Tell them so that they will know. You have to give them scenarios. They're in school. Everything is scenario based. Give them scenarios so that they can truly understand why they shouldn't be doing whatever it is that they do. And then to the youth out there who have great parents, utilize them. Don't let how you feel or fear or I don't feel like getting into it with my mama. Look past that. You know, your parents is all you have. Talk to them. And if you are in a situation where you can't or you don't feel comfortable, find an adult to talk to. There's somebody that you can talk to. I promise. And we are one of them.
Yeah.
You can tap in with us or not. You don't have to tell who you are, anything. Tap in 833-212-1017. Hit the chat line, hit the text line. You can always call us, to the youth out there, to anybody, if you're going through something, and let us know how you feel and how we can
Get it
help.
off your chest.
Get it off your chest, man. We all need somebody. You know, we need somebody. So how do you guys foresee going forward when you run into situations with your parents or adults, how to deal with it to where you can communicate properly? Because earlier, Sierra, I know you mentioned you don't have great communication skills, which is why you write down. So if ever there's something serious where you need to discuss it with an adult, like your parents, do you write them a letter, or would you rather sit down and talk to them face to face?
Okay, so there was a time when I used to write my mama letters, but I used to try to like not put my name or say who it's from. I just write down, "I'm sorry for with the ma'am," or whatever the situation or altercation we had. And I like put it like where she could find it. And my mama the type, she just ripped it up. She didn't even care to read it. So that's why I was just like, okay. But when I used to want to like sit down and talk to her about it, it was like she wasn't really understanding where I was coming from. Or she'll be like, I don't know. I know my mama love me with all her heart. And she do everything she can to keep me going on the right path. But it's like some stuff she really don't understand. Like, don't understand what I go through outside the house. So, like, when I do try to sit down and, like, talk to her, she, like, I don't know. She don't be understanding. Or the outcome after I do talk to her, she'll be like, "Oh, well, that mean you don't need to go nowhere," or
that's something I would say.
Yeah, she like that.
That's the solution.
Yeah.
Right? You don't go nowhere.
Yep.
You don't be feeling like that.
Because at least I know where you
that's
at.
literally what she say. Like, you don't need to go nowhere, or maybe you just need to stop having all these friends, or you don't need no friends. And she don't know that my friends are really the people who I like really talk to.
Yeah.
And really get to open up to. But like, she be like, "Oh, you don't need no friends, or you can't go nowhere." So I just be like, dang, I should never told her this, because now I can't go outside and be a kid or go nowhere no more. Talk to my friends when I need them.
A lot of it is protection. You know, it's because we don't want y'all to experience things that we have experienced. And we don't want, and also too, you know, keeping it all the way funky, I don't want to put my hands on nobody. You know what I'm saying? So to just stay clear of everything, because I don't want to get into it with no child or their parents behind whatever it is that they do to you, because that matters to me. So to avoid it, just stay clear from it so we don't have no problems. Kalea, what about you?
I've wrote a few letters, but it's like I wrote apology letters and I talked to my parents about it. I'd rather talk to my parents, but sometimes I'll be a little nervous because I don't know what they will say.
Yeah.
That's why I need to get better with communicating. Like, I'm starting to slowly talk to my parents and stuff, but like they didn't do nothing. I just don't know how to express myself for real. And that comes with everybody. That's not just my parents.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to express how I feel because I feel like it'll go a different way.
So one of the things you can do is first realize that your parents are humans and that they have been your age already.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's no better person to get information from than someone who already been through it, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to separate the relation, meaning this is my mom or this is my dad, and say this is a human being who has also been through stuff and is still going through stuff, and maybe try a different approach. You know, don't wait until after it happens.
Because the pressure of being a parent is based off the things y'all do and don't do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So sometimes parents have to wait to the situation to say that, and then sometimes they already said it years ahead, trying to prepare you mentally for the situations, and then sometimes they don't really curate that enough to where you still get into that type of situation. It'll frustrate them because they think they did all they can do to avoid that.
Mm-hmm. So. Absolutely. We talking Mental Health Mondays with Sierra and Kalea from HFCA. It's Jazzy and Meech 101.7. Tap in.
Prizes,
exclusive experiences,
even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com.
That's truthcontests.com.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When you get a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, things get real.
And nobody understands that better than the Parkinson's Foundation. All across the country, we provide resources and support in the fight against Parkinson's, a neurological disease that affects movement.
The Parkinson's Foundation is dedicated to improving care and advancing research towards a cure.
And when you call our helpline, you'll speak to a real person who can help you find the right information. Because while living with Parkinson's can be challenging, there are things you can do to improve your quality of life. So, whether you're newly diagnosed, have been living with Parkinson's for years, or caring for a loved one,
when Parkinson's gets real, find real answers at the Parkinson's Foundation.
Go to parkinson.org or call our helpline at 1-800-4PD-INFO, 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
Watch and listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Sherwin's the king of the airwaves king.
There's some things I want to highlight that we may not be cognizant of, and I know that some of y'all are going to take issue with what I say, but I'm going to be factual and I'm going to be objective about it because they are still hard at work to make sure that we die fast, we live difficult lives, we make less money, we have less access to healthcare. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not just some random occurrence. And they're criminalizing some of our just unnecessary, loud, boisterous, and disrespectful behaviors. You know, I remember an era where black folks didn't necessarily need to be heard. Us being in public and being seen was quite enough because we are giving them more fuel for the fire, especially now that we have, I'd like to think, more political power than we've had in years past. And just as we're starting to gain more political power, that's when they start to take away our districts. And guess what? You didn't see it coming.
All your favorite interviews and best moments live in one place.
I love your perspective, Sherwin.
Thank you.
You do a great job.
Appreciate
you do a great job. I downloaded the app so I can listen to you in the evening sometimes because you make a great difference in how you present things in many ways, politically, socially, financially. You do a great job.
Download the new 1017 The Truth app now. Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 The Truth.
101.7 The Truth. It's your girl Jazz Tyler. We are live and direct in the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. We are talking mental health with the youth. Tap in 833-212-1017. That's 833-212-1017. Meech.
What's the word?
Man, we
it's
got
real.
Sierra and Kalea from HFCA here. We're talking mental health. We're talking parenting.
Alfonso said it hurts to hear kids can't go to their mom and share their thoughts.
Yeah. It's not blaming the parents. It's not blaming the children. It's us trying to, be the voice so that, because as parents, it's hard too. Like we go through things, and we have been through things, and some of the things that I experienced, like I've been molested as a child. I've been around people who purposely put me in positions to lose, even though I've done nothing to them. I've been around people who lied on me, all types of things, and it has me guarded. But it never made my heart cold. I'm still a giver, because when your heart is cold, it's really a curse. So I no matter what people do to me, my heart will never be cold. But it did make me have a defense. It created a defense mechanism, right? So now with my children, I tell them these things, and I tell them certain things, because when they were growing up, it's like, we can't never go by nobody else. You always trying to control our life, da da da. Well, this is why
my kids come back downstairs. Come on. You really hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is why I don't want y'all to spend the night by people's house. Because when I was sent to somebody's house, this is what happened to me. Well, that's not my life, and that was a reality check. You're right. That's not your life. So maybe I do need to meet the parent and back off a little bit and stop inflicting my trauma onto my children so that they can actually be children, right? So again, understand that we go through things as well. But I want us as a community to genuinely find a way to where, even if it's not, and like I said, as a parent, I have a support system. I know it's stuff that my children have done and do that they don't tell me, but guess what? They got somebody to call. As long as they have somebody to call, I'm okay. Because that means that, and not just anybody, but people that's going to feed them the correct information, right?
They only going to go so far.
Yes.
They don't
exactly.
make that call if it get to that point.
Yeah. And for, Sierra and Kalea, for y'all to sit here and be vulnerable with us and tell us, I appreciate that, because I want the peers to hear it, but I want y'all parents, I want y'all friends, parents, other people to hear it as well, so that we can begin to have these conversations. Okay, I know that my mom is this way. It's hard to talk to her, so I'm going to go talk to Mr. Meech. I'm going to talk to Miss Jazz, and maybe she can translate it to my mom in a way where it makes sense, versus me going to and she just going to completely spaz out. You know what I'm saying? Alfonso said, Jazzy and Meech keep embracing the kids. They crying out for their mama love. Their mama's love. Satan will always divide, always. And again, to the parents' defense, like, we go through stuff, and, we want y'all to know that we are here. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
We are here for y'all. We want to hear what y'all go through. We want to give y'all advice, but also y'all have to give us a chance. Give us a chance to give y'all advice. And give us a chance to show up in the way that we need to, but also in doing that, make sure you remember that we are human too. And sometimes our passion can be mistaken for anger. We're not angry at you. We're frustrated, right? And again, if you feel that, having a voice is not an option, not just you, but I'm speaking to those who are listening, the youth. If you feel like having a voice is not an option, journal. Just like Sierra said, write it down. Find an adult who is setting a good example, because, again, I didn't have the best examples around me.
You know what? If a kid say to me, like, if my child say, Dad, we need to talk, it's going to get serious. I mean, I stop in my tracks and pay attention.
Yes.
So maybe, starting with that
is
the best thing to do, instead of saying, Mom, Dad, just go right into saying it. Maybe tell them, like, I want to sit down and talk. You know what I mean? That's like a good.
Yes.
I take that serious.
That's great advice, Meech.
Just because they,
yeah,
kids don't say that, sit down and talk.
Mom, can we sit down and talk? And do it in a way where it's not, again,
in that situation where it's like high emotion,
yes,
do it when it's like
before it happens.
A vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, try to catch it right at the beginning. Don't wait until something then happened and blew up. When you start to feel and see things escalating, catch it in the beginning, and you do it in a way where it's like, like one of the things I do with my daughter, shout out to my daughter Kennedy, she is my accountability partner. Oh, we would go like this, but by the time I get done reading her text, I be like, I can't even be mad because she right. You know, she gonna check me. My oldest daughter checks me in a way that,
as she should.
Woo, I be like, you know what? And then she be like, well, I got your attitude. And I'm like, you know what? You right.
I found myself having to talk with my daughter once, and it was like, it's crazy that I am venting to my daughter.
But at the same time, it's the same. They love us unconditionally too, and they want to see what's best for us, you know. But do it in a way where it's like, hey, Ma, let's go get our nails done. Let's go, you know, to brunch.
'Cause I want to talk to you.
Because I want to talk to you. I just need to have a heart. Like, try one time. Just be like, I just need to have. Mothers, y'all about to make me cry. That's all we want. You know, because we want to. All we get from y'all is, I need my phone bill paid. I need some money for some food. It's this show. It's this event.
I'm good.
I'm good. Nah. Ma, da-da-da. Dad, da-da-da. Ma, can we go have brunch and just, I need somebody to talk to.
Or when we get in the car, we're just going to talk. I got something to talk.
Yes. And you do it in a way where it's like, let me tell you, like, what happened. You know, like, that's where she could breed your little
Almost
friend.
like gossip. Yeah, you want to
You know?
you want to gossip about how you feel a little bit, but you still want to bring it to the forefront of, like, this is a situation, you know, I want to really talk about it. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. When you get done cooking, let's sit down and eat and talk.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Or once you get off the phone, let's just talk for a minute. Or let's watch a movie and then talk while we watch it something. You know, like, kind of make it an activity almost.
Right. Shout out to the chat. Reginald Jones says, peace and blessings to everyone in the studio. Peace and blessings to you. Thank you so much for tapping in.
What's up, Reggie?
Yeah, thank you.
Alfonso says, generational curse in the black communities are big. Big Mama has really made a mockery. He also says some parents are too busy in survival mode and can't be a stable parent. That is true as well. So again, you have to personalize a situation where it's like, what I've noticed from having this conversation with one of my bonus moms yesterday, shout out to Dee Dee, that's my high school sweetheart's mother. Me, her, and her daughter, my little sis, we have our sister circles. And what I've gathered from conversations we had yesterday was a lot of our parents, they just want to feel young again. You know, they want you to ask them about back in the day. That may be the only happy time that they had in their life. They want you to ask them, Mom, when you went through this, what did you do? Girl, let me tell you, because I was bad.
Yeah,
I was this and I was that.
I had a conversation with my dad when I was younger, and I still could remember when he was just telling me, like, when we started wearing corduroys.
Yeah.
He started telling me how it been around already. And then now it's that same conversation replays in my head when I see the kids doing stuff that we used to do.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So she right, you know, probably bring up, you know, stuff like how I used to be back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they want to, and even if they are busy, you know what I mean, still give them a chance where it's like you have to make effort. And the reason why I'm telling y'all this is because I'm teaching y'all how to properly communicate as adults. Because once you become older, there is no more, I don't know how to communicate properly, because not communicating properly can land you in situations that you don't want to be in. So you want to start practicing now. Let me find a way. I know how my mama is, so let me figure out a way based off our personal situation on how I can, hey, Ma, let me slide this in there real quick. Ma, I'm about to go to the, you know, and I'm giving a real life scenario from, you know, our people in this city. Ma, I'm about to go to the store and grab you some beer. Can I talk to you when I get back? I need to get something off my chest. Some parents is like that. They don't Reese said, some parents just don't care. There are parents who don't care, but to a certain extent, but you still can pull something out of them. You just, and again, if it don't apply, let it fly. But if it's not them, find somebody else. I'm just saying, for those who have parents that care, you know, take time and make an effort to try and be their little friend in that moment. You know what I mean? And for those who have parents that don't care, find someone around you. And my call to action is for us, the people that's in their 30s and 40s, even the ones in, well, I ain't gonna say 20s, because in my 20s, I still didn't know who I was. I was trying to figure it out. But for those in their 30s, 40s, and up, man, give these youth some advice. Help them mend their relationships with their parents. Help them understand the importance of a parent's love and advice, so that we can begin to rebuild this community, so that we don't have the things that's happening out here.
Facts.
You know, where it's Mental Health Mondays. We are talking mental health with Kalei and Sierra from HFCA. Tap in 833-212-1017. We got to go to break to pay some bills. We will be right back. Do not touch that
Like
dial.
and subscribe.
Tap in.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
Now that I'm retired, I'm worried about making ends meet. Food, medicine, and rent cost more every day. And that's why I used benefitscheckup.org. It connected me to an extra $1,000 a month. Benefitscheckup.org is a free service from the National Council on Aging. If you're on a fixed income, benefitscheckup.org might help you too. For free. Visit today.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
I'm Sherwin Hughes, and I know the power of Stars and Stripes Honor Flight firsthand. As someone who's been on an honor flight, I can tell you it's a day you'll never forget. Stars and Stripes Honor Flight gives our oldest veterans who served in any location in June of 1975 or earlier a free one-day trip to Washington, D.C. for veterans. Airfare, meals, a coach bus tour, and special flight apparel are all included. It's a day of honor, gratitude, and camaraderie. Veterans who served in the Vietnam or Korean War go to flysshf.org and ask for an application.
101.7 The Truth. It's your girl Jazz Tyler. We are live and direct. Meech, what we talking?
Mental Health Mondays, mental health with the youth.
Yes, indeed. We got Sierra and Kalea from Dr. Howard Fuller Collegiate Academy in the building. And we are having a very, very much needed and interesting conversation surrounding mental health, relationships, and how the youth can vent to their parents without their parents being impulsive and vice versa. So just to kind of pick up back where we left off, you know, we've covered parents stop telling your family and friends your children's business. You know, that's the first key, because that's the easiest way for them to lose trust in confiding in you. Also, be careful not to spew out whatever your trauma and triggers are onto them. To Alfonso's point, shout out to the chat. He said, I had to check myself by not taking out things by not taking out things on my children that has nothing to do with them, you know, and I have to apologize. And I've learned to do that as well. I've normalized apologizing to my children when I'm wrong, and not just, well, you know what I meant. No, I don't. I apologize.
Impulsive responses.
Exactly. And then before we went to break, while we were on break, Sierra, you were mentioning something, and I want you to kind of, you know, dig into that as well.
Okay, so I was more so talking about how that some parents, they really don't be ready, like, to have children. When they do have it, like, they just, like, they be regretful. Like, they put most of, how do I say this? they be more so like, oh, I'm in this situation because of you, like, or they be like, they wish they never had their kids, and they say hurtful things to their kids, not knowing that is destroying the mother, daughter, or son relationship.
Yes.
And not knowing that they kids really taking their words to heart. And
Facts.
Yeah.
they don't really be understanding that.
Clay, want to piggyback off of that?
Yeah, I want to piggyback off of that. Sometimes, you know, parents are always first. Like, they don't know what to do yet. This your first time being a parent. And I can, like, say from my parents' experience with me, like, I know dealing with me is hard because I'm a teenager and it's their first time having a teenager. So it's like they're learning stuff from me and I'm learning stuff from them. And we had to have a heart-to-heart to talk, right? And I made a deal with them that I wouldn't get in trouble no more for 30 days, and then I can have my freedom because I told them like what I wanted and what I'm willing to do to have that type of freedom.
Did that help you understand more?
Yeah, it helped me understand because like I'm looking at myself way differently. I'm like, yeah, I can do this. Like, I can stop getting in trouble. I can now go to my parents and start talking to them. Like, I've been more open towards my parents. I've been asking them questions about life, like getting a car, getting a house, getting a job. I've been more open. And I wasn't open before we made that deal and before we made that promise. And I feel like when I talked to them that day, I had to let it out and I had to tell them what I felt. And I feel like they understand. And I feel like they took that and, yeah, they helped me out.
Now, to the youth out there who are experiencing situations where they know that their parents are regretful, and I'm going to keep it all the way funky too. You know, you have some parents who are not the great real models, you know, that will lead their kids astray. And and they will, if they grew up a certain way, they're going to give them bad advice. So to those children, I need you to be able to determine at your teenager age that my mom or dad may not be the best person to get this information, but still go seek it, you know, still go get it from someone else. Unfortunately, there are situations like that. And it's unfortunate, but still find it.
Be raised by social media.
Yes.
Or was the Zeus Network?
Yeah, exactly. Love and Hip Hop, all of these reality shows. This is what they have, and this is who they're becoming. But I want to give y'all flowers because you have to be brave in order to do something like this, where you can speak out about your opinions on how we can help you guys come to us more and talk to us more. And again, my call to action will be for the adults, the parents, to, take some deep breaths. When your children tell you something or do something that you told them not to do, think about the time you did it to your mama. Because my mama used to tell me all the time, you want to do this? Your kid's going to do it 10 times worse.
I remember more.
What they say to me.
And it's true.
I remember more of the things my parents said now
yes.
than actually when they was telling me.
Yeah,
yes.
And that's what they always say. They always say, you're going to remember this. When this happened, you're going to remember that I said this, and it's going to click to you.
Exactly.
They're not lying.
They are not. And I'm telling you guys, please, like, if I don't pound anything else in your head, I want you to hear me clearly. The things you do now, if you have children, is going to affect them. And it can come back as karma on them as well and on you. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be mindful about being disobedient to your parents. And also, there's been situations, I remember end of last year, there was a young lady who snuck down to New Orleans to a party. She wasn't supposed to be there, ended up passing away. She was killed after her mother told her not to go. I don't care how hard your parents are on you. We have discernment. We know we feel things that we can't explain.
Yeah, they ain't always saying don't go because they not always foreseeing something bad. It just, sometimes they know.
Sometimes they know. So it's like being disobedient can cost you your life. You understand? If your mom like, don't do this, and you go out there with the wrong person doing the wrong thing, it's because you didn't listen. You know? So you have to understand that piece too. But I give y'all flowers because it does take a lot, and I want y'all to really, work on working with y'all peers on this and trying some of these exercises. And if it don't work, let's go back to the drawing board and figure it out again. But you never know until you try.
Right.
And it's not going to be easy, but to the parents, think about a time when you did something when you were that age,
That's exactly how our parent.
Yes.
Like I was a 9-year-old boy.
Yep.
I knew what I wanted to do, or I knew what was going on. So just me thinking that I could kind of get a beat on what my son is thinking. You know what I mean? Like, at least in the situations that I know I've been in, I could literally relate to him. Like,
exactly.
And let him know I was 9. Show him pictures. I was 9.
Yeah.
I was doing the same thing.
The
I
same
had
exact
friends
thing.
that was older than me.
And for the parents,
everybody that was coming to hit, like, he got friends coming to the door now.
Yeah.
Like, everybody came to the door to come get me from the play. I know how this experience is, so let me tell you
how it's gonna go.
Don't let nobody ride your bike.
Mhm.
Don't leave your bike outside.
That's right. That's right. And also to the parents, when you're remembering the things that you went through, instead of utilizing these situations that your children bring to you as a time to be upset and I told you so moment, take a step back, think about, the things you did at their age.
Yeah, it's the time you prepared for. You prepared for your child to be in this situation. That's
exactly.
Why you have that child in particular.
We have a caller on the line. Caller, are you there? Thank you for tapping in.
My farmer of town.
Peace.
What's
going on, Tom?
How you doing?
Thank you for tapping in.
Whatever. For sure. Appreciate you. Hey, I'm over handling business right now, so I'm gonna make this real short and real sweet. Like, okay, first, we're gonna talk about the parents. Parents, watch your kids. Watch your damn kids, bro. It ain't about just telling them what to do, bro. Like, if you tell them, like, the situation that we're talking about, going to the party, right? Now, you know the kid want to go to the party, but you know that party gonna have some stuff that they ain't supposed to get into, right? And you telling them no. But usually what happens is the parents say no, leave the kids by themselves, and they go party. What type of party game is that? You know what I'm saying? So, like, when parents is giving instruction for their kids, it don't stop there. Try something like, okay, well, you can't go to this party, let's do something else. Let's do something with your cousin or something like that. Something that y'all like to do, so, you know what I'm saying, y'all get some, get some fun outside of the home. Because kids, you know what I'm saying, they need more stuff to do. And, you know what I'm saying, as parents, we do need to give them activity. Now, for the children, for the kids, for the teenagers, I cannot stress this enough. Because, bro, sometimes you can't go to the party. It can't be yes all the time.
That's right.
Nobody gets a yes on anything 100% all the time, not even grown-ups. Now, sometimes, so kids, when y'all hear that, instead of whining or trying to find a way out of it, why don't you just take a step back and think about what your parents is thinking about. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be for your best interest. But check it out, though. But the kids don't think about it like that. The kid is just thinking about what he or she is missing out on. You know what I'm saying? So both of those little pieces of advice to the parents and the kids go together. But you gotta watch your kids for the parents. You have to watch them. And it's not like a job, because a job you can leave after 12 hours, after 10 hours, after 8 hours. No, you stuck. So you might as well make the best of it, make the best kid that you can. And kids, especially our black kids, our black brothers and sisters, we ain't them. So you might see a situation on TV, you might watch, you did a Disney Channel or Nickelodeon and see the Wizards of Waverly Place or Hannah Montana doing all this wild stuff. No, that ain't for us.
That's a fact.
All that ain't for us. Some of it could be for us, but not all the time, because we different people and we different cultures. So I just wanted to give y'all a little piece of advice or whatever like that, you know what I'm saying? Because like, I ain't gonna keep my own home, but I don't want to keep my own home. But damn good parent.
You just put it. You just wrapped it in a boat.
Man, my kids in the roster, baby. So y'all can take that advice, man. Hey, peace, Queen. I honor y'all.
Thank you so much. And you know what? I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you for calling in and saying that, because that's the truth.
You can't get yes all the time.
All the time. And you got to watch your kids. You can't be telling your kids not to go to the party, but you staying out all night at the club.
You finna go to the party.
Come on. What we doing? What he said, with some of his advice that he just gave, I love solutions. If I can't go to the party, take me somewhere. You know, that goes back to parents making sure you're spending time with your children.
Yeah, show me other things.
Give me an alternative. Give me an option. All right, we can't go, but can we do something? You ain't got the money. The park is free. The lake is free. TT house free. It's something to do.
I'm paying for this game.
I'm paying for this game. Yeah.
That's what I mean. You can't go outside. You go play that game.
Hello.
Get on the computer. Netflix costing me
find some bugs.
$19.99.
Play tag. Do something. Yeah, like just find alternatives.
Yeah, for sure.
We got to go to break to pay our last bill of the day. You are live and direct with Jazz and Mech on 101.7 The Truth.
What's the word, Milwaukee? It's your favorite producer, Mech. Don't just check in. Tap in with Jazz Tyler.
We are live and direct Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. And I am your host, Jazz Tyler. This platform is for the youth, the voices of the city. We are here to remind the world that your voice matters. Hit us up, tap in, and let us know what's on your mind, because the time is now. Tap in.
The Brew Crew are back on June 2nd.
Fly ball center field. It's hit well. Grisham back. It is gone!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they play the San Francisco Giants.
Got him swinging. Threw him a curveball. It's 11 Ks for Mizorowski.
Brewers baseball is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in June 2nd at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
My name is Emma. I am 13 years old. 6 years ago, I was injured in a car accident that left me paralyzed from the waist down. Once I completed rehab, my mom applied for a canine companion service dog. Last January, I finally got to meet my service dog, Marcia. We quickly developed a very strong bond. Together, we go to my horseback riding lessons, school band practice, swim meets, and archery classes. Together, we pick vegetables, and we like to cut flowers. I love Marcia. She makes me feel like together we can do anything. I can't imagine life without her. She's a part of the family. We are just one of the thousands of teams Canine Companions has paired together over the past 50 years. With your help, we can continue for another 50. Visit canine.org to see the many ways you can change lives.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a bright, focused foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
101.7 The Truth. It's your girl Jazz Tyler. We are live and direct in the heart of downtown Milwaukee.
What's the word?
What's the word? We tapped in with Sierra and Kalea from HFCA today, talked about mental health and men in relationships with parents so that the parents can finally get some answers on why their child or children have a hard time explaining things to them.
For the parents that don't know, or for the youth that's looking for answers.
Yes. I want to give y'all flowers. It took a lot to come up here today and talk about this. Y'all gave us, yes indeed, y'all gave us some insight on how we can do better.
Yeah, powerful conversation.
Very powerful. Want to shout out the guests that we have coming up this week. Tomorrow we'll have Mr. Mitchell and Karen Tyler from the Office of Community Wellness, who are actually a part of providing events and funding and things of that nature for you guys to have something to do this summer. Yeah. Shout out to them and all of the work that they're doing. Followed by Myron Jewell, comedian Myron Jewell, Milwaukee's hometown hero. He's currently on tour. The If You Don't Know Me Now You Do tour. He will be in a building to talk about that, as well as fatherhood. We all know he's big on promoting fatherhood. Shout out to Makai. Shout out to Kwani. Shout out to Ryan, the entire family. On Wednesday, we have my good sister, Sechua Set Shakur, who is the sister of Tupac Shakur and the president of the Tupac Amaru Shakur Foundation. She will be on Zoom joining us to speak about some of the things that we're doing with the foundation as it pertains to mental health, justice, impacted people, and arts. And later on this week, we have my good brother, B-Joe, Brandon Joseph, who is over the athletic department at Howard Fuller Collegiate Academy. Shout out to B-Joe. He is one of the key instruments in making sure that our youth at that school have what it is that they need in order to be successful, amongst many of other things that he's doing outside of the school. So we have an exciting week coming up, Meech.
Yeah, we do. And if you want to be a guest on our show, don't be afraid to hit us up. Come chop it up come tap in about some of the stuff that we be talking about. So, hit us up, tap in.
Yes, indeed. And you know what, Meech? I think it's time we start bringing back high school check-in. What you think?
Oh, we're finna go crazy.
Man.
There's a lot of stuff. We're going to start bringing more artists in a little bit more. We just getting in the
week two.
The feel of things. So
y'all got some shout-outs? Shout out y'all school, y'all class, and then do y'all shout-outs.
Okay. Shout out HFCA for
everything.
Literally everything.
Shout out HFCA
for my education.
Yeah,
also Miss Jazz.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, shout out HFCA. They help us a lot.
What year y'all graduate?
2028.
2 years.
That's 2 years.
Shout out y'all class.
And shout out 2028. We're the best class. We're the last best class. No shade.
But it was all shade.
We are the last best class. Everybody says this.
Yeah.
We can argue that next time.
Y'all got any shout outs, friends and family?
Yeah, I want to shout out my siblings. Like, I love them to death.
Yes.
Shout out Carly, CJ, Cairo, Caleb. I love y'all.
Yes.
I love y'all.
Sierra?
I want to shout out my best friend. Like, I just love her so much. Shout out my best friend.
What's her name?
Destiny.
Shout out Destiny.
She commented earlier. Hey, Bessie. And I also want to shout out somebody that I'm talking to. He know his name.
The T.
He know his name. He know I'm shouting him out. So shout out to him.
You got some shout outs, Meech? You got some shout outs?
Yeah, shout out everybody that's tuned in. The whole Truth Nation. Shout out Z back there holding us down every day.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
And everybody that mess with me, man, y'all know I go all day, man.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in to the Tap In. We working hard on trying to bring something new to y'all, so bear with us for a minute, but we're going to turn up. We're going to, take it to the next level.
And one last shout out. Shout out Alfonso for commenting and giving some good advice. Like, shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that called in. Yeah, I was listening.
Y'all.
I was taking.
I got one more shout out. Shout out all the mental health professionals out there that's been doing hard work.
Shout
everybody that's been going crazy, helping people, doing y'all job.
Yeah.
We need it.
We love you.
We do. And shout out to I want to give a shout out to my support system, my sisterhood, the good brothers that I have in my life, people who have been there to help me through my mental health challenges. I've been through some cancer. I've been through all types of things in my life, and I could have easily given up a long time ago. But no matter what battles I face, I ain't never gave up. And it's really my support. It's God and it's my support system. So when we talking this mental health thing, you know, the people that do call and check on you, the people who are showing up for you, not just when you need some money, but showing up for you in real ways, you know, keep them close, man, for real.
Yeah, I got shot my baby mama. You know, my son, mom, Tiffany, she been trying hard to get my son through the stuff he been going through. So I shot her out.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's all love, man. We trying to have some dialogue between our generation, the generations before us, and the youth, the parents and the youth. So I think, you know, y'all inspire me. I think we're going to do some things this summer where we can get both the children and their parents involved, so that we can start really putting these conversations into action and showing, because a lot of what we talked about earlier, some of our parents don't know based off of whoever they were raised and whoever they were raised and so on and so on. So as a community, that's where the village come in. We all you are not too old to learn, and you are not too old to be corrected, including me.
United Garden Homes.
Yeah.
You know, they've been doing a lot of good work. We've been working with them on a couple initiatives dealing with mental health and stuff like that. We got the Dear Milwaukee going on. That's about to get released soon. So I'm gonna try to bring that track up here.
Yes, indeed.
Get that on there next Monday.
Shout out to my sister Sechuwa Shakur. If you aren't aware, you can go to the website and donate to the Tupac Amaru Shakur Foundation for the mental health work that we do. She's about to drop a coloring book, and it's so dope because I didn't realize I am. Yeah, I'm going to grab something. I'm actually going to work out something with the school to get it in there as well. But at my grown age, I love coloring. And it's very therapeutic.
Come on, man.
Man, it's very therapeutic. It works, you know, it helps. So I'm excited to get that and to give that to you all as well. But yeah, Mish, we gotta do something with the kids and the parents. Not the kids, youth. We have to do something with the youth and
I
the
got
parents.
something cooking right now, you know.
You always got something cooking.
I mean, it's always for the youth. So, you know, anytime in the summertime, I'm gonna have something coming.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes, indeed. So parents, be on the lookout. And if you have any suggestions, hit us up. You know, talk to us. Give us your feedback. We're not trying to shame you. We're not trying to expose you. We simply just want to, or the youth for that matter. We simply just want to, you know, rebuild the community in this village so that A, you guys can have a healthy household. B, that everybody is mentally stable. And so that, you know, it's okay. We can become comfortable again with correcting someone else's child. You understand?
There's better communication that way.
It is. It is. We are here Monday through Friday, live and direct. So again, shout out to all of the listeners. Shout out to everyone who has joined us in the chat or the text line as well. For those who are unaware, this is me and Meech's second week on 101.7 The Truth.
It's Mental Health Mondays. You do what you do today to protect your peace.
That's right.
It's a reset from the weekend. That's what we call. That's what we're trying to do.
And if that means you gotta block somebody,
block them.
Where y'all come up with
you
that?
heard?
Where y'all come up with that one? Okay.
Because baby,
Yeah.
do whatever it is that you need to do in order to protect your mental health, your peace. It doesn't matter if it's family or friends. Do what you need to do. All right. Check us out. We live and direct Monday through Friday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. We will be back.
Biko said block 'em.
That's right. That's right, Biko. Block them. And don't feel no way about it. You know, and if they love you, they going to come back.
Yeah,
they gonna come back correct.
I'm with the smoke. I'm letting them through. They call my phone. Or call 833-212-1017, you know, if you have some issues, for sure.
Bye, Felicia. Join us tomorrow. We got Mr. Mitchell and Karen Tyler from the city of Milwaukee who will be joining us, as well as Myron Jewell. Again, tap in. We live 101.7. Thank you so much. You guys have a amazing evening. Stay safe. Stay blessed.
Yeah, don't forget
Peace,
to
love,
like
and light.
subscribe.
Yes, indeed. Shout out Zech.